Have you communicated with a social media user who goes by the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY?
I've had several phone calls with the person who goes by the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. Don't actually know his real name.
Unfortunately, every time I make a call, it becomes content for them.
Help! I've been tossed overboard.
I'll have to bill you extra for my time.
Welcome to the show. You look incredible, like a dessert that owns a yacht.
That's exactly the vibe I was going for. You know, sweet but slightly out of your tax bracket.
Mission accomplished. How does one even shop for a suit when your head...
Gold on my neck, gold on my hand, purple with the stripes, that's the walk of a man. Sidewalk shining, city lights humming, every step I take, they know a boss is coming.
Is that a poppy seed? You realize I'm your PO, right? Straight to booking!
Was barking on the phone, all that tough talk threatened. Now you looking at the floor like judge, I'm just stressing.
Blazing the whip, gotta vanquish the needs. My kingdom for some poppy seeds, yo.
Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing?
Try blue tape.
The miracle of our age. Yeah!
Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me, or I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me, or I'm a man.
You know what? I talk to your mayor.
Like my coffee, extra mad and bitter. Internet lawyer, all like you, so yeah, the man's a quitter. He's strapped, face up, behind the platinum grill. My style faceless, just pick these mic skills. And in the street killer, I will not be denied. That I'm mic'd up, I raise my head with pride. A force of nature, cruising the whip, doing walk-bys on your boulevard. Face my verbal clip. In this land of live streams, baby, I'm on the road. Got my feet on the media, scraping them up my souls. It's that umbrella guy facing the accusers. Cleated outside 14s, crushing all those losers. It's that umbrella guy, they said we couldn't make it. Never ask permission, just sense our goal and take it. The media buzzwords, they will never save you. Listen and believe it's meant to enslave you. Challenging the hypocrites, and baby, I'm on fire. They flash titles like they're royalty, but it's truth that I'm a journalist. Scribble nursey rhymes, one in this grill in the basket, with a tisket and a tasket, and their morals in a casket. No morals in a casket. They're always pushing make believe and weaving straw to gold, but I'm sick of all the fairy tales and buying what I'm sold. Strolling into the backyard, taking truth on tour, baby, there is sickness, and that umbrella guy's got the cure. Look, it's that umbrella umbrella guy knocking at the door. No more ministry of truth than the plot of 1984. They're dumping all my verbal clips. The case is filled with knowledge. They're on the mic like kindergarten, and I'm taking them to college. Why the mask, baby? Cause this has to be a crime. I'll take the mic and boom, they're in the chalk outline. I used to throw up elbows, but now I'm dropping nukes. You wrote another hit piece, isn't that cute? And the worst part, they'll never learn. Did the fourth estate start channeling crash and burn? They pretend that we need to get their permission. That umbrella guy crushing their ambitions. You're not my competition. It's that umbrella. It's that umbrella guy steamrolling them out for fun. Mic check, mic wreck, paging this army of one. There's no hesitation, no doubt, not even a scintilla. The Tokyo baby and me, I'm Godzilla. Crushing them like Godzilla, like Godzilla.
What's up, folks? Welcome to a Sunday early edition. Man, today's going to be fun, too. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot with all the stupid to tag the video in. I was like, why are there only 900 people here? Oh, yeah, it's because I forgot to tag the video.
Oops.
Damn it. I just noticed that. Yeah. Tina is with me today. How you doing, Tina?
Hi, mi amigo. I'm good. How are you?
I am doing awesome, especially now that we got us some new stuff to talk about, too. I am redacting the call itself. McLadonis.
Hi, Megan.
What's up?
How are you?
Did you catch that new fun time police call?
Oh, yeah, I did. That's why I had to drop in. I probably won't stay for long. I'm on the iPad. I'm folding laundry.
Mm.
But I really wanted to say, oh, my God.
It's amazing, isn't it? Oh, between that and, I mean, you know, last night I played a bunch of some FOIA items, too. And, you know, the first thing that jumped out to me about those is she was talking about kidnapping and all of this. You know, these people, they want to kidnap my child. And the kid is sitting right there listening to it all.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So, I mean, you and I will definitely have to look at that one, especially because she calls in about DJ Radis. You remember when she uploaded when she uploaded all those pictures where she was trying to sell purses and everything, and she uploaded a bunch of personal pictures, you know, and it caused a lot of people. Okay, well, she called in the police about Radis because of what he had to say with that, right? And she's talking about how he's best friends with Hales, and he's got this kidnapping thing that he wants to do, all this crazy stuff. And the kid, she's right there the whole time. It's wild.
Oh,
yeah,
it's terrible.
Oh, I'm looking through the call for 2L as well, and I'm making sure. I'm looking through her request for body cam being turned off, and I'm looking through the paperwork itself. It's beautiful. I'm gonna pull it up here. Give me a second. Like I said, I'm just making sure there's not an address in here. But I kind of love this. I kind of love when she first calls in. She's like, FOIA's being violated. It's the FOIA. Megan's a monster. Jeremy Hale's a monster. Look at this right here. Oh, isn't this beautiful?
It's good. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't understand what her problem is. Didn't she FOIA or all his divorce records?
Yeah, and not just that, but okay, they've been talking about protective order too. They've been saying that the neighbor's squat pump. Whoops. Time to wake up. I think it's a little late. I'm like, why are these late? Why is my wake up call late? Yeah, whatever, who cares? But whoops, I think I put it at the wrong time. I think that was supposed to be 2:25.
Last night it went off at 8:30.
I know. I don't even know what the hell I'm thinking some days. But, you know, she's complaining, saying that Megalodonis puts the neighbor's squat pump in the hospital because, well, she showed a video, you know, when this person's online all the time. And I thought protective orders didn't matter. You know?
Yeah. apparently, protective orders do matter according to her. But the weird part is, Squat Pump, and that's a name that she calls this woman, okay? We don't
Yeah.
call her that. That's their name for her. I don't know why they call her that, and I feel stupid saying it.
Well, Roslyn changed it to Squirt Pump.
Squirt
Rose, I don't know if I want to say that either.
Yeah, I don't want to say that either. But I mean, let's just call her, SP or whatever. But I had nothing to say about her in the videos. But the strange part is, she goes on camera on Lisa's stream.
Mm-hmm.
So she's on camera quite a bit. So
Mhm.
she's not afraid of the public seeing her face. So what does it matter if she's in some body cam footage? Literally nothing was said about her at all, other than she has a complaint against this guy for domestic violence or whatever, and they're working it out in court, and she's getting a protective order or whatever. But we were talking about the other things in the call. Like, we weren't really talking about her. So there's no way that that's what, if she went to the hospital, it wasn't because of anything said or shown on that video, because it wasn't about her.
What I want to understand about that too is, did she go to the hospital when 2L was putting out all the videos about what was happening between her and that neighbor? You know, the one that the reason they were calling in quote unquote harassment and stuff was supposed to be because of not 2L, but because of that other woman. So did she go to the hospital then? You know, did 2L put her in the hospital then?
I don't know.
Maybe 2L put her in the hospital this time.
Perhaps.
You know, maybe that's the
Or
problem.
maybe it was completely unrelated to anything, and she just went to the hospital like people do when they need to. But blaming it on, some body cam footage being shown, which is public record, is stupid.
It's so dumb, all of it. But here she is. Oh my God. This is 2L here. This is from 418, and we're going to listen to some wonderful stuff. Shara was the first to grab these, so props to Shara with that. By the way, she did a good job, and I liked how she did her new format. She put herself there, so they can't say that she's not a real person.
Right.
You know? So that was smart. That was a good job with that. But with this, we have caller advised that a YouTuber is harassing her. FOIA being violated.
I like when the person on the phone goes, "What's FOIA?"
Right.
That's so funny.
Can it be violated though?
Not like this.
Well, no. FOIA is public records. I mean, once the records are released to the public can do what they want with them, including share them with journalists, publish them online, make an entire website out of them. They're public by nature.
Well, that's why there are. Do you think the people who have all these documents, all these, not just documents for calls, but also body cam footage and stuff, do you think they wanted those on YouTube? You know, no. I mean, it's the dumbest thing.
She's a lawyer. She should know these things.
That's true. That's very true. You know, people mistake her as being a lawyer all the time. You know, a lawyer with a swimmer's body.
That's what we've been told.
The swimmer lawyer. That would be amazing. Yeah. Well, she also, I guess, did they give up the HIPAA? Because, it was supposed to be about them also, saying that we violated HIPAA somehow, talking about this stuff, which is the dumbest thing.
You can't. Well, that's stupid because only doctors and medical professionals can violate HIPAA.
Yep.
If you voluntarily put medical information out there about yourself and it gets released in a public records request, then you released it.
Mm-hmm. Well, and they've talked about their medical quite a few times anyway. They've talked about it. They've talked about it over and over and over again. So it's not like it was some secret anyway. But on top of it, yes, if it comes into a FOIA request, the police decide what is or isn't pertinent, and then it goes from there. But there was a case that kind of illustrates this recently. So there was a guy who sued because he was having I think he was having a stroke, And the police, his significant other, I can't remember if it's his wife or what, she calls the police in. He's confused. He's dazed, confused. And he struggles with the police. And they beat the teetotal crap out of him, for it. And there was a lawsuit over it. But that deals with medical call because, it's a medical call at first. And all this goes in. Yeah, that's not a violation of HIPAA. So sorry about your luck there. But they act like it is, though. But she says that Jeremy Hales is the YouTuber. My favorite line is the next one. Caller requests that body cam be turned off when entering her home.
That's not an option.
No.
Yeah, they won't do that.
No.
Although, it's interesting, Lisa says in the call that some other officer did it for her once.
If they did, that's a violation. Because right there, with the person asking you to turn off the body cam footage, they could do anything. They could say you propositioned them. They could do anything whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that. I don't think they're supposed to.
No, they're not. So for her to say that, the question is, maybe I'll call Sumpter County and tell them that I listened to a police call, and in it suggests that their body cams have been turned off before at the request of someone calling, and I would like to know their policy on that, and I'd like to know the officer name.
The lieutenant's calling me tomorrow. You want me to ask him?
Sure, ask him about that. Yeah,
okay. I can do that.
That'd actually be a very good question too. I got a writer. What's up, girl? What's up? I hear you there. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I got a little video that I recorded last night or today.
Hey, don't play that in here. Don't play it in here.
That has no noise.
Yeah, but don't play it right now. Okay, you can show it to me later. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Love you. Go upstairs. Okay.
She doesn't sound like she's crawling up the walls.
Yeah, yeah, she is, aren't you?
What's up, everyone?
Oh yeah, what's up, everyone? All right, hey, upstairs. No. Hey, I'm gonna mute for a second.
No problem. I'm looking up the laws right now about body cams, in Florida. It says a law enforcement agency that permits its law enforcement officers to wear body cameras shall establish policies and procedures. Okay.
Close the door. Oh, Lordy. Yeah. If they wear it, what were you saying? I missed the.
Well, so they have their policies and procedures, but haven't found yet what they actually are. They have to retain the audio and video data recorded,
right?
But it doesn't say specifically when they have to use them. So I'll have to keep looking, but I'm sure it's in here somewhere.
Well, if I was a cop and that was requested of me, I'd be thinking in my head, what are you trying to get me into?
Yeah, exactly. I would think, man, this person is going to falsely accuse me of something horrible,
No way. No way.
Yeah, and most cops would think like that too. Most cops would be like, absolutely not. I'm not going to turn it off there. Yeah, so Cheryl said, well, they turn them off at City Hall. Okay, but you're talking about in a private residence, where again, they could be accused of anything. They could be accused of, I'm in horrible stuff. And remember, one of the residents there too has a little bit of criminal history about doing some not so legitimate things. So I would think.
Okay, so I found some more info that says it's department specific. So you can ask for it to be turned off, but the officer can refuse if their policy says they have to keep recording. But it sounds like each department has its own rules.
Well, I'd be curious what their department says, because that's insane. Especially, like I said, if you're dealing with felons, these people.
I'll ask the lieutenant tomorrow, because at the very least, okay, turn off the visual aspect of said camera, but leave the audio going.
Now, see, the visual really proves the point, though. Oftentimes when you just have voice alone, when people accuse you of something terrible, you could be pretending to. So I recorded an incident as a private citizen where the police, when they were talking about stuff, they were talking about audio and visual, and they were like, yeah, it's good you have audio and visual because, you know, some people, they'd run into a case where a person was, you know, just talking normally like they weren't doing anything, and they were beating the crap out of somebody while doing it, you know. So I mean, anything can happen. You got that audio and visual, that is the best protection whatsoever. But for her to ask for that period is just it's I thought she was going to do a full body reveal anyway, so
Ew, please, no.
Yeah.
I did find Sumpter County Sheriff's Office. They do have a written policy, and they are required to be on all calls for service, all citizen interactions, which include complaints, stops, and interviews.
Okay. So if
you're the complainant, they have to record.
So if somebody did turn it off, they violated policy.
Yes.
They probably transferred from Levy County.
Probably.
Yeah, well, actually, to be fair, those are law enforcement. Those aren't law enforcement.
True.
Some of those, freaking law enforcement, I cannot believe some of the stuff I listened to. You know, it was really telling in the ones I listened to last night as well. So in the third call, they noted her address, but they didn't get a callback number. They told her they would call her back, but they didn't get her number. They knew her number.
They probably had it on the automatic thing.
No, but they're not. That's not supposed to be how every other call, they do that. And every call I've ever had with the police, they don't assume that that's the callback number, you know, because it's you could be doing anything, you know, so they check it. But I wondered, maybe it's because she has such a relationship with certain police officers, as she tells us.
She's buddy-buddy with Beecham and McIntyre. Didn't you know that?
Yeah, well, that's apparently what she likes to tell people, right, Tina?
Yeah, she had no problem telling me how she cuddled up to him along with Lisa.
Dude, that's craziness. But on here, too, so she asks for the body cam to be turned off, which... She says the YouTuber is doxing the complainant and can get videos inside her home. What is that? He can get videos inside? Is it
because of she's talking about the body cam and doxing. The thing she's calling about is just Jeremy saying he's going to the villages. How does that dox her? It doesn't.
Well, he's allowed to go to the villages.
All you have to do in the Google bar is type in Gabe's name and her address shows up.
Well, her address is she's put her home online. She's put videos of it online right across the street. You could find her home easily.
Not to mention she sits in that garage making peen rocks all day with the door open. And anybody walking by can look in and see the entirety of her garage. You know, I like that Shara made that point.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
that by definition makes it public because you're leaving it open to the view of your neighbors.
Right.
Let me ask you a question, because this has been my thought process this past week. She has this business that she's running, or said kind of, the peen rock thing. She's selling them. Why doesn't she have a license in Florida?
I don't know. I
have no idea. I think she has several businesses registered under her name. So
I looked. I couldn't find any. They expired back in 2004.
I don't know.
Do I need a license to sell to pimp D-Rocks?
I don't know. What kind of license would that be?
I think it's a pimping license.
Pimping license?
Oh God, no!
She walks in with a cane with a big crystal peen on the top.
Is that why she's advertising me? She wants to pimp me out.
Yeah, she wants to take you out. She's talking about spin you around in the Loofah mobile.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, take you out for a ride. Actually, she said if you moved to the villages, they were gonna come down and get there and give you a real surprise party. It very much sounded like a threat. I was like,
"Oh, sweetheart, bring it on!"
I took it as
have several friends that would love to meet you at my side.
I took that as a loofah threat.
Ew!
Yeah,
no!
They could give you a real surprise party.
Oh, yikes!
No. Yuck.
Is it what they call those adult parties? They call them surprise parties.
Surprise parties.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I'm not old enough for that.
And so you're not old enough me either. Oh, gross. So
Megan, did you hear who Tug shares a birthday with?
That's not real, is it?
I think it is.
oh my God, I hope it is. I hope that's real. Yes.
That's
So
awesome because you can grift on her birthday too then.
yeah, I actually will. And you know what? So we can start this now. So let's see if it is real or not. First of all, a certain Jay said that a certain Jaybird said that I share a birthday with a certain somebody. Can you guess who it is?
Oh God.
Yep. So yeah, if you
Or maybe
like
she's
to,
just telling people that her birthday is May 15th just to mess with you.
I don't know, but if you'd like to send her a happy birthday today for my, on my birthday, where I collected, obviously, then that would be amazing. We could have the countdown to her birthday. That would be amazing.
Countdown to Felisa's birthday.
Yeah.
Send in birthday presents, folks. Tug will
Happy
make sure
birthday.
to tell her all about them, but not give her any.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Oh, gross. She called back. She wants to speak with, I see regarding and not want to turn on body cam. And okay, so we have the video with this too. And again, Shara, I really like Shara. Now you got to remember, Shara had a little spin with the YouTube bots, just like the rest of us did, And the way that she's handling this is she's putting herself on screen, which, first of all, it's good. Also, I like that she's giving some feedback too, because some of her thoughts. Every time we get somebody else's thought process on this, I heard somebody one time saying, well, people cover the same things. They do, but they give you their thoughts on it. So if you listen to enough, sometimes I'll listen to somebody and they have a thought about that. It just never registered with me before. I was like, man, that's freaking genius. And I liked having Shara give her thoughts on this stuff. So let's throw her in here.
County Sheriff, and it is dated April 18th, 2026. Okay, this is a public concern, and that is the reason I'm airing this for the public. Public concern. Here we go. I'll redact on the board.
Yes, hi. I need an officer to come to my residence in regards to reporting a YouTuber who's harassing me.
Listen to that voice.
Shara's face.
Yeah,
Shara's face. I love this so much, Shara. You should do this all the time with your little your cute little face doing her reactions is so cute.
You could do FOIA reaction videos. That's an amazing new thing. We see reaction videos for everything else. Why not have FOIA reaction videos, Which is like, yeah, I'm gonna call in for the YouTuber harassing me.
Shara's face, she's laughing almost immediately, and it cracks me up.
God, when she heard that voice, it's something. And by the way, love to Shara Wolf. You need to check out her coverage. This popped out of nothing, just like out of nowhere. I'm glad that she went ahead and asked for this, because we talked about we need to FOIA this, but so much happens. So I'm glad that she ended up FOIAing this. I really wanted to hear this.
Me too.
And when they do come, I would like their body cam shut off because I'm inside my home.
Doesn't work that way.
Okay, you can discuss that whenever they get there, but what's the address?
Whoa, redaction.
Yeah, I'm glad she did a reaction too.
Oh,
a little bit more.
Now, I like that they told her, by the way, I like that they said, hey, you can discuss that when they get there. The dispatcher was like, I ain't even getting into that mess right this minute.
Yeah, right.
So
how are they harassing you? Is it over the phone, text message?
They're harassing me via their YouTube channel every day, constantly. They're stalking me. They're requesting FOIAs on my address. Now they're posting images of
FOIAs on my address. They're requesting the foyers.
When they're like, what's a foyer?
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I think's funny about this is, again, this is the person that they put out all types of information about Hales. They put out all types of documentation, which they didn't even know what the documents said because some of the documents were closed. So they assumed what they said, you know, talking about divorce decrees and everything else. They dug through all of this. They also put up background checks on Hales, which they not only showed some stuff with that, but Lips did it as well, too. You remember those 50-something page documents that had all these random people in it?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, they accused him some pretty heinous stuff with that.
Of those FOIAs
You're
in my
famous.
private home, which is invading my privacy, and I let this go long enough, and now I want reports about it.
You're
because
famous,
this guy has doxed
Lisa.
my address. He's harassed me constantly.
No, he hasn't.
And I just can't handle it anymore. I want this taken care of.
She can't handle it anymore.
I love like her just Jesus. Look at her. Look at Shara. It's like, oh my God.
All right. And what is a FOIA?
What is a FOIA? Wait, I love that Shara. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
What is a FOIA?
Freedom of Information Act. They call the records department, and they get. He has employees calling and getting all the FOIA requests for the police department on my address, on my name for 5 years. He's bragged about it on social media. He's posted videos about it. And now he just did a video saying that he's in the villages. This guy doesn't live here. He doesn't live here.
He's allowed to go to the villages, though. Remember when they went to Otter Creek? They didn't live there. Remember?
That's right. They sure didn't.
Yeah. So it's everything that she complains about. See, this is the thing, though. The only difference is Hales, through this stuff, had a protective order against the people that they have been working for to do this stuff. The people they're working not just with, but for as a PR team. So, you know, and as a self-professed part of the legal team, too. They also said that they're part of it as well. So what did they hire them for exactly as part of the self-professed legal team? Do they have a harassment division too? I'm curious.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
Hi, Lisa. I know you're watching.
Lisa, what?
Yeah, when the police get here, I'll tell them.
Okay, well, I can just look up your number right here. Is that Lisa Lee?
Yes.
She doesn't want to give him her name over the phone.
Oh,
Come
my
on.
God.
The cops know who's calling. Stop it.
Oh my God. That's so funny. I got to hear that again. That's really funny. That's actually pretty good. You know, what's your name? I'll tell them when the police get here. Well, just look it up. It's Lisa Lee, right?
Lisa, what?
Yeah, when the police get here, I'll tell them.
Okay, well, I can just look up your number right here. Is that Lisa Lee?
Yes.
I'm so good.
That's so good.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. You can hear the defeated noise there too. Yeah.
You have to give your name to
I'm not trying
police,
to be rude.
Lisa.
I'm tired of it, and something needs to be done.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to get the information from my...
I know.
And what is his name?
His name is Jeremy Hales, Hales.
He is the victim, Lisa. Make no mistake. He is the victim in this case.
All right. All right, you are at this address right now, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right, I will get them over there to you, okay?
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I want to talk about a couple things from that audio. She discusses the garage as being a private place, but it is not, for multiple reasons. Number one, you are a public concern. You inserted yourself into a high-profile case. Your garage door is wide open, and anyone on the street walking or driving by can see in your entire garage. So it is not a private place at all. And being a public figure and a public concern, that means your public records involved in creating criminal cases against an innocent man are public record, and they are a public concern, and therefore the public is going to receive them. That's how it works, Lisa. I mean, you are so smart. You're a PR, you're a lawyer, and you're a garage band groupie thing with billboards on the wall, and you have a peen factory in your garage, and so you know the gig.
Wait, what's all her titles? Let's see. She's a lawyer. She's a PR runner.
Oh my god, the peen factory.
She's running a peen factory.
I can't take it.
I'm surprised they don't have little workers in there, like in like the little factory in Les Miserables.
Yes.
I imagine them working for her. She's like, work harder. Oh my god, it's good. There's another one in here too. This is a good video. Like, again, Shara, I like this video from you. I like hearing your actual opinions anyway. You should do this way more often.
Yeah, I
agree. You know how it all works, and everything you've been doing to multiple people, well, it's going to come to light, especially the criminal cases you are creating in multiple counties behind the scenes and off body cam. Naughty, naughty.
Naughty,
We're
naughty.
going to play 911 call number 2.
Sumpter County Sheriff's Office is reported.
Yes, hi. I just called to have an officer come to my property, and she came here, but she wouldn't turn her body cam footage off. And this whole report in regards
Sumter County, how naughty are you?
Footage being shown on to millions of people.
Wow.
And it's stopping me from calling and reporting people that are harassing me. And
redacting address.
Yeah, so she's calling back, folks, if you're catching this. The police show up, and she's like, turn the body cam off. And the cop's like, no, I'm not going to do that. And she's calling back to report the cops for not...
Right. Right.
I wonder if she'll sue I wonder if she'll go the Lynette way and sue the cops too. Like they did with the trespass file. She'd be like, wouldn't that be amazing? She's like, I'm going to sue them. And I'm gonna say it's because of Jeremy Hales, and man, Shara, they'll be back to blaming you again.
For sure.
Yeah.
What, are you wanting to see if it's an OIC or?
OIC.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, she wouldn't turn off her body cam footage.
Okay.
And another officer is in here for something, and he would. So I don't understand. I do know
that right there. That's what Megan was talking about. So if it is their policy not to turn off body cam footage, I would actually like a report for that. For real, I'd like to know.
Yeah, I
their
wonder
policy.
which time, or she could just be making it up to
Yeah.
make it sound like, well, they did it for me once before, why can't they do it again?
Yeah, and OIC sounds like a big deal, by the way, like another department, but all that means is officer in charge. So that's what they're asking her. Hey, would you like to speak to an officer in charge? So they can tell you, basically, you don't get to turn off the body cam footage. That's pretty much what you get told there. And again, they're used to. Remember, they're accustomed to trying to do all of this stuff in the dark. Like Levy County has allowed them to do that. They have allowed them to call in on lines that they will not register a report, which is insane, by the way. The police, in their professional jobs, they should be creating reports on any contact that happens. Them just walking in and plotting against a private citizen with people like these folks is absolutely insane. And Lisa has made it clear. She said that is what they've done. Like when we found that that one FOIA where it mentions, the contact where she wrote in, she bragged about it. She bragged about, hey, we've been doing this and we don't usually ever create a FOIA. So
what this person has done is requested FOIAs on me, and he's posting images from the body cam footage of any officers been here, nasty footage of me, talking badly about me, mocking me, slandering me, harassing me. And
nasty footage about me. You may wait, he's posting your picture and that's nasty footage about you. I'm confused. Does that mean you're doing something wrong? You know, what does that mean? You're not obligated to nicety, first of all. It is not in the law. We do not live in the UK. In the UK, I've seen a lot of laws where, that you have to show people nicety in some way, shape, or form. We're not obligated to that. We are allowed to be assholes in this country. And I wish you should be able to do that everywhere. I wish all of you could do that. You should never be going to jail because you don't show some piece of garbage the respect they think they deserve. Oh, I hate these people.
Just now, he posted a video that he's in the villages and it's going down on the 18th. I have no idea what he's talking about.
Storage units, Lisa. He
as well.
collects storage units all over Florida.
And I've never reported on him before. My name is Lisa Lee.
Funny.
I've never reported on him before. Is a lie.
That's a lie. That's a lie. She went and had meetings in Levy County.
Yes. And she bragged about it. We know, too, that because, again, we got one of those through FOIA. There was an email where they talked about it, but
and Tina says that Lynette told her about these meetings, right, Tina? Didn't they?
Yes.
They go? Yeah.
Yeah,
Lisa was involved.
Yeah, Lisa Lee went in there. There was like 6 of them, and they met with Beecham.
I wonder who all met there.
So she's just lying.
Well, that's why Beecham was butthurt, because I called him out on it. And he wouldn't let me record the call. So that just tells me that when we're not getting the FOIAs, it's because they're meeting with Beecham on his line.
By the way, you don't have to have a police officer's permission to record a call with a police officer.
Right. You should always record interactions.
I will be doing that from now on.
You do not need their permission, even in a 2-party state or whatever. They're the cops. They're recording you for damn sure.
Yep, that's right. They always record their interactions with us, and they will use it against you.
Nasty man.
Well, they also, I hear cops say oftentimes, well, I'm recording it so you don't have to. Yeah, but see, my recording is immediately available. They will fight you tooth and nail to get their recording.
And my recording can't be messed with.
That's right.
Or redacted by you.
Yep.
Well, they priced mine so high that I think they thought I wasn't going to purchase what I purchased. It cost me over $80 for what I got. And I got, two reports that they didn't even investigate?
Yeah, they did information. And they, not only that, but they didn't actually log. I remember you talking about your complaint, when you did it. Yeah. And the complaint didn't even register like what they wrote. That wasn't the complaint.
No, it wasn't my narrative. It was McIntyre's narrative of the situation.
Yeah, very stunning, right? I'm so shocked that they would do that.
Me too.
I'm very stunned.
I have never reported on him before about any of the stuff that he's been doing. This has been going on for well over a year.
3 years.
I cannot call the police because any time I do, he's going to put it up. And meanwhile, it's about him.
Yes,
and I
it's
feel
about
like there's
him.
nothing I can do. Is there any way?
You hear her fake, I'm so sad sound, by the way. You notice that
she's going to start trying to cry, the fake cry.
Yep.
Like she does on the show, and then she quickly switches right back to, Jeremy's terrible.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I am so sad. And Megan Fox, you piece of garbage. I love how fake that is,
I know. It's great.
Oh, Lord. Even if even if every interaction lawsuit were to stop today, these idiots would be worth making fun of for months to come. They would. They're so dumb.
I can make a report over the phone if the police have to put their cam footage on because.
An OIC, okay?
All right, thank you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's bad enough that this recording is going to be in a FOIA.
Prop Shara, by the way.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. Whenever I listen to this, I can't help it. I just can't help it. I mean, she's asking for police to turn off their body cams, and she's making herself a victim when she is the one.
Okay.
She wants to
Mute music because I don't.
By the way, I love Shara's new jam. That's her song, and it's great.
Yeah, people should check out. First of all, give her video the love it deserves too, because she's doing a different format here. She's attaching songs to it. I mean, again, there is plenty here, and you should go back and just listen to some of that interaction. It's nuts. It is so nuts. Oh man, you should hear that Radis one. My lord, I've still got it queued up. You want to hear some of that? You got a minute?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after that, I'm gonna go.
Okay. All right.
I won't stick around and ruin the whole show.
I'm happy you're here.
No, I don't think y'all have been on the same show before.
No, I don't think we have been. But I have stuff I need to do.
Yeah, I know. You're supposed to go do family stuff. Whatever, Megan. I swear. How are you not available 24/7, 365?
Megan, I had to clean up the driveway. Our bears are awake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I came home to a dumped over dumpster that I just filled up. Yeah.
You sure it just wasn't sure it wasn't an anti looking for a new home?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Oh my God, I hope they didn't come north for the summer.
They're like looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah, I'll give them some love, all right.
Don't say that out loud. They might take it as an invitation. They're like, Lufa say what? You're like, oh no.
I'll give a Loof a whole brand new term.
Gross. That got even worse. Damn.
I'll be good.
That got even worse. Also in those police reports too, Megan, they, the fence thing where the guy came to the fence, they blamed it on. So Lynette calls the police again. She calls the police. So first she calls on the 21st, not on the 20th of the day it happens. So remember they were talking about how she was behind the fence in terror and all that.
Yeah.
Well, she didn't call that day. She calls the day after and says, I didn't notice it until then, which we will play that on your show.
Of course.
But then she calls back 2 days later and is like, Jeremy Hales admits he sent this guy to my property, And God, the police report on that is so freaking nuts.
Can I add something there? Because I typed it in chat, but I don't know if you saw it. You know when the guy looked like he was doing a selfie kind of thing with the camera? That was right after the shadow of the bird. Could said bird have been a bald eagle that he was trying to get a picture of?
I mean, it could be anything.
Because that's what it reminded me of, as somebody like trying to video a bird. And I know that they have them down there.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anything, I mean, we have no idea what he's doing. It made it for a good narrative, He's over here doing all of it. He could have been again, Hale's talked about him, being part of the bankruptcy, which would make sense too. They don't know who he is. The police said they have no idea who he was. They made it clear too.
But where did they get a drone from? That bird was not a drone.
Anyway, let's listen to this here.
Okay.
47:57 seconds, April 8, 2026.
Line. Hi, this is Lynette Preston in Otter Creek. I would like to speak with a deputy. I'm getting messages from this guy that I've had to report before for stalking me and for writing crazy things online about kidnapping my child. He's messaging me again saying he's coming to see me, and now he says that he's back in the United States and that he's coming to see John and I, and he goes, kissy, kissy. I'm
Kissy. Megan, I need that clipped for part of my intro.
Kissy, kissy.
Kissy, kissy. Between that one and I've already added one from this. It's beautiful. I kind of love it.
My child fell down.
This is my favorite. Listen to this one.
And unfortunately, every time I make a call, it becomes content for them idiots.
Every time So I think that deserves in there. So I think that plus kissy kissy together, you know, it should have been every time I make a call, it becomes content for those idiots. Kissy kissy. Oh, that would sound amazing together.
It's Michelle Preston. Michelle Preston. Just give me just 1 second, all right? Yeah, thank you. She's not going to deal with this threat.
Now,
and then just call me too. I don't need to. Eat that up. Good job.
She's now you'll notice that it'll start out. She's talking to the kid. This is right after Easter. So she's talking about the chicks, you know, and it's funny. She'll talk about dealing with poop, which is funny. But you'll notice it goes from nice to not so nice pretty quick too.
Hey, they're already jumping out. Uh-oh. We need to get that poop done today.
Get that poop done today, baby.
The babies are ready to go outside. Yeah, but they are already. Yeah, they're flying. Stop already. I need to get another cage cover. Do you know this person that's texting you? Yeah, his name is Terrence Greaves. Be quiet a minute. Terrence Greaves. He is an Australian citizen who comes to the United States on a visa, and he is a best friend of Jeremy Hale. So
Catch that? He's best friends with Jeremy Hales, Megan. They're best buddies.
Do they have sleepovers?
I'm guessing. I don't know how that works.
Do they make forts out of pillows?
I'm wondering too, with the chicks, are these chicks inside the home?
Well, yeah, you have to keep. Well, you don't have to in Florida because it's so warm there. So I don't know why she's keeping them inside. But I keep mine in the basement when I have chicks. And yeah, you keep them inside under a hot lamp for several weeks before they have to have all their feathers before they can go out. And it is gross, man. It is gross. You have to clean that thing every day. Ugh. And if you don't, it gets really disgusting and it stinks like ammonia and it's awful. I hate having baby chicks. I hate it.
I'd be like, oh my God, is John wandered inside? What's happening?
What's that stench? Yeah, they probably don't notice though because everything smells so bad there.
Yeah, you know. Oh Lord.
He's coming here. 1 second. Yeah. You're making everything fall down. Get back up there right now. I told you I'm on the phone with the police. So I'm on with the sheriff. Hurry.
Listen to how fast that became mean to the kid. Because she's talking to that kid there. It went from, yeah, well, we're having fun. It's just like, you make everything fall down.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, good Lord, man. Can it? And this is, you had some interaction with some of this, Tina, the way that she talks like that. Yeah?
Yeah, that's mild. That's nothing. That's probably happy to Harley.
That's sad, man. That is absolutely sad.
Yeah,
that's sad that that's normalized, you know? Like for that or a little bit louder, that would be my punishment level, you know? That would be the, you're doing something wrong, stop now. That would be the teetotal punishment.
I've heard her break the sound barrier. I kid you not. I have never heard anyone in my 57 years on this earth scream at a child like she does.
Yeah. Megan's nice to other people. She screams at me. Megan screams at me behind the scenes.
But I enjoy that. So I can, you know. When she does it on stream, I kind of enjoy that. So.
It's so mean behind the scenes.
You think it's bad here. You should ask Nick Ricada what it's like.
Oh, that was fun. I watched you and Nick.
I scream at him worse.
Megan's like, if you mess up that mic one more time, I'll lift you and backbreaker you right here. I'm like, no, Megan, please, no.
You were my entertainment on my flight that day, you and Nick.
That is a joke, by the way. Some people do not.
Yeah, they're
have
going to take
humor.
that seriously. Nick and I finished the Laura Owens harassment hearing last night, actually.
Did you? I saw a
Yeah.
link. I have not gotten a chance to check that one out yet.
We finished it, and yeah, it was a long time. It took us, let's see, a total of 4 plus 5, 9 hours to get through an hour and a half hearing.
We've got to go through that for real. Like, I need to catch up all of the Laura
Oh,
Owens
there's
stuff.
so much that's going on. We've got to do it.
We need to do some day streaming with it. We got to talk about that, you know.
I know.
I've got that meeting with the Rumbells on Monday, and you know, then after that, I think I'm going to start like hitting that. But anyway, let's do it.
All right, listen, I'm going to jump and I'll listen to it. I'll still be listening.
Okay, we'll play some of it tomorrow too from here. If you can remember, we're in 2 minutes in. Okay.
Okay.
So,
It was great talking to you, Megan.
You too, Tina. See you guys.
Bye.
yeah, check this stuff out, Tina. It just gets crazier through here, though. And what's crazy to me, like I listened to it really, you know, I redacted, but I kept playing it over and over again. I couldn't, you know how you have those forest for the trees moments? So I was having one of those because I kept listening I was like, I'm missing her number, you know, like I need to redact it out of this and I can't find it. So there's got to be, you know, I got to be missing it. Nope, it wasn't here. The cops in this.
They know it. She calls them daily. I mean,
they absolutely know her number, you know, and it's kind of wild there.
Stop. I'm not putting up with it.
I'm not putting up with it.
Okay, and what was your address? And a deputy can call me, and I can just send them the stuff if they need it.
I did redact the address, obviously.
And unfortunately, every time I make a call, it becomes content for them idiots.
It does indeed.
I have to.
If you'd like to help making content for us idiots, think about the super chatters. That's right, man. You know, there are, let me see how many there are. How many looked? Wow, we're closing in on 2,000 of you today. That's awesome, considering I forgot to tag the video today. Also, if you missed yesterday's, I forgot to tag yesterday's too.
What is going on with you?
It's the little one, and you know, I've been walking a lot, and it rained yesterday. I just got my walking in, and then I just got in a hurry yesterday. But today, me and the little one, you know, we were playing. She found these toys that change color in water. I'm gonna make a video of it. You know, because it's not really about the toys, but she's just discovered there are toys that if you throw them in the water, you know, it's hot, they'll change color. And she gets so excited. She's like, that's great. You know, so it's amazing. I'm going to make a video of throwing them in just to get her reaction. But I was playing around with that with her, and I totally space tagging anything today.
You need to make sure that this is covered. Casey does something to me. So you're saying he's texting you about your child? Okay, the last time that he messaged me, he's messaging me on my phone. That's the bad thing. He's got my phone number. The last thing is I accidentally posted a newborn picture of my child in the midst of some purses that I was selling. It was an accident.
Yeah, here. Like, this did happen. These people denied this happened for a little while, by the way. You remember when they denied it happening, Tina?
They did.
Yeah.
And I saw the picture. And I mean,
I did too. They said that Melissa.
How did you miss it?
Well, they said that Melissa was a liar because, you know, Melissa is a very good archivist. She is one of the best archivists of just remembering things. Like, she's so good at it. Props to her. But she uploaded all these pictures to show that this had happened. And they were calling it a lie and saying that she had done that so she could harass the child and more, which was just ugly and repulsive. But on top of that, they're doing that while they know they've got a police call in that mentions it. So not only are they lying, but they're willfully lying while they put in police calls.
Well, I mean,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
It's a freaking crime. And this is what's ticking me off. all of these calls that are going into the police station that are the shooting call with Travis, she should have been charged. She did not see him shoot anything but a firecracker.
Right. Yeah, we got that. We've got that call. And, you know, when you put it together with everything, too. Yes, she says that Tina down this road, not you, but the Tina down the road there, Brian and Tina, saw him with a pew-pew, saw him doing that. And then on top of it, she saw it with her camera.
Right.
So
that's enough to get charged because she is telling the cops, I'm looking at my camera and I see that this man has a pew-pew. Okay. No. Why? And I want to know, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I want to know why Levy County lets these people get away with everything.
Because they hate Jeremy Hills.
They can hate whoever the heck they want. They're in my sights now. Like I said, I'm going to take it to the DOJ. I can't get anywhere with them. They don't want to return phone calls. And when they do, all you get is, yeah, this is Beecham. I called you back. Click. Really?
Yeah, that's amazing, dude. What a clown. What an absolute clown.
Yeah, and you would think that McCallum would get involved. Somebody down there has got to be in his ear saying, dude, this stuff is being said online. I know somebody is telling him. And that tells me that Levy County really needs to be cleaned.
Levy County is corrupt. Levy County has had plenty of problems, not just now. So you don't have to be like, well, they're saying that because Jeremy Hills. No, they have been called out on a national and international stage. They've been called out because of all the problems that they have had where victims have been treated so poorly. So Jeremy Hills is not the first victim that they have done wrong, but they've done him wrong on a scale that is unbelievable. And the same clowns are involved in it too. Same Dan Owen clowns.
And I'm not letting it go. And I'm sending everything. So Lisa, make sure you take notes. Everything is going to the DOJ. I already have an investigator.
Needs to, you know. Good fun times.
Selecting everything and your pinky might touch a picture and you didn't see it. Yes. So the minute I found out about it, I took it off. Like he already had it. And he turned it into, it says Genesis Block Baby, umbilical edition number 001. And there is a cartoon picture of that picture. And then he said, Dear Lynette, thanks for the image you placed online. As it's free use, I converted it into NFT, non-whatever message you use.
So she said, you notice the person is like, when did he message you? You know, Is it old? Is it new? And what's bad in this? Look, Jeremy Hales and all these people, he is not responsible for like what I do. I don't run what I do through Jeremy Hales. He can't tell me what to do. You know, and I mean that in the nicest way possible. He's not responsible for my actions. And there are people out there that do think they go beyond what I would go for sure, you know. And I'm not saying anyone in this. I'm just saying because half the time they lie about what's going on anyway. But I can't control other people. They have made this issue such an issue that it has gone global because they decided to attack this YouTuber. He sent out cease and desists trying to stop them. Didn't talk about them. They brought in a PR team. So, yeah.
And this message was from February 26th, but this one was yesterday. He said, thanks, liar net, for yet another smashing video I could portray you as. And he made a video and he gave me the link. Yes, I'm back in Florida. Hope to see you and John soon. Kissy face, TJ Radis. And the message in February was just, to me, that's a threat. Because he stalked me all over the place. He was following me everywhere I went. And he is the one who, 2 years ago, made a horrible, horrible threat to kidnap my daughter. It was a angel of death, and my baby sitting at his feet. He took a picture of my daughter, a real picture, for the feet. No, is about your children was not recent. No. Well, he took the baby's picture and used it, which was March, and I put it all over t-shirts and mugs, he said. And he said, yeah. And he said his name was Timothy? No, it's Terrence. T-A-R-E-N-T. Or T-A-R, yeah, green, great, green. The last message he told me that he'll be here May 14th through July 28th. I look forward to seeing you soon. We don't want to see him. I'm terrified of him. I'm more afraid of him than him. Because this guy is got a black soul. I don't care what he does. Did you get the picture of your child and you put it on t-shirts and post it on the internet? Yes. And now he messaged me yesterday saying that he can't wait to see us. I hope to see you soon. Kissy face. That's a threat. If you understand what we're going through, 4 years of stalking by Jeremy Hale, and all of this.
Isn't that amazing? Considering he has a protective order against them.
Yes, and there's nothing against Jeremy. There never has been. She circumvented the system. She should be charged for that too, for the 10-month delay on a 10-day temporary protection order. That order should have expired on the 10th day, and they stalled. She should have been charged.
I know, it's craziness. She frames it. She does all of this stuff. Again, Radis is somebody she herself has poked. She and John Cook went after. So, he has his own issues with these people. Yeah. And, again, they have, it's not a Jeremy Hale's attachment.
No, and see, that's the problem. They've got the I'm always the victim mentality. And if anybody says anything about them, just like she said, that's a threat, by him saying can't wait to see her, whatever he said, that's not a threat. He's not saying he's coming to do harm. She's playing a victim card that does not exist. It is fabricated in her sick mind. And the child is hearing it.
That's crazy.
That's emotional abuse.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely.
You're instilling the fear of God into a kid.
What she's going to say next is so insane to have your kid hear. Like this stuff. Again, you got to think, like, people hear, like, the little one come in and out. You hear how her mindset is, at her age. They're the same age. Mm-hmm. So, and
luckily, your child has a good parent that doesn't allow her to hear such things.
No, we get crazy threats. Crazy stuff. But there is no way in the world I would let her ever know. Like, she knows dad carries a firearm and stuff. Firearms are dangerous. Don't mess with it. Stuff like that. But she doesn't know the why. She doesn't understand. She understands stranger danger and all that. But she doesn't understand the level of crap. The stuff she says next is just nuts.
Friends, which is this one, you would understand it. It's a threat. He's letting me know he's coming for me. And he's not a citizen of the United States. He's an Australian citizen. He comes here on a visa. When you just look at it, it doesn't look like anything. But if you understand where it's coming from, it does look like something.
That's an admission right there. she admits that it doesn't look like it doesn't look like anything. You know, you have to read into this or that to actually make it sound like something. So she has to give, if the police look at something, period, and you have to have all this extra context, connotation to it, they're going to say it's not a threat, period.
Yeah. I mean, they said what they said about me online was nothing until I had to physically do their job for them and say, really? Because your statutes say otherwise.
Yeah. So weird.
Yeah, the last 2 years ago when he did what he did to my daughter and he had a kidnapping campaign. I mean, we were under lock and key here.
Right there.
Bull crap. Bull crap.
Yeah. Did she ever mention this to you, by the way?
No.
She talked to you about it.
No, and I remember when he was down there.
Yeah.
No, that did not happen.
Hey, can you hold this for 1 minute? I hear the kid yelling for me. I want to see what she's doing something. I want to see what just if you would talk about this subject right here, because you had access, you could be able to talk about her.
Yeah, I mean, if this was a concern, guys, she would have been all over it with me. I remember when DJ Radis was down there. He never had a kidnapping campaign. I was in the groups at that time. That's when Marla started all that crap. He was going back and forth with Marla, yeah. He was on Jeremy's side, yeah. But that's about as far as it went. He did get a little nutso every now and then with his videos. I'll give him that. He's creative. But he never did anything close, remotely, to call for the kidnapping of a child. If anything, he is in fear for that child, just like the rest of us. So there's that. And again, you can hear the child in the background. I feel for this baby girl. Y'all just keep her in your prayers. Her childhood is being destroyed. And Levy County will do nothing because they are convinced, because of Lisa and Lynette and John, that this is just a social media game. Well, it's gone further than a social media game. This is
they put it into the report. So the way they head it, they actually, like for incident reports and stuff, they head them. Well, here, I'll show you. Give me a second. Let me make sure this is the redacted. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so look at this. This is the header for an incident report talking about the fence, for example. On the incident report, what do they say? Not about the fence or anything else. This is a reference for the ongoing issues between Preston and Hale.
But see, they use that for everything. Now, how can they equate my situation with Jeremy? They can't.
Well,
it's unrelated.
It's not just that. Okay, like this right here, the dude coming to the fence.
That had nothing to do with Jeremy.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, well, he said something in a live stream. Okay, well, how does that have anything to do? Well, first of all, how does that have anything to do with law enforcement? But second of all, how does that have anything to do with that situation?
Well, let's look at it another way. He wouldn't have said anything if Lisa hadn't have put it up on the daggone YouTubes.
Yeah, I mean that's true too. She did. You know what was really interesting about that too is the fact that, again, date wise. So they made it sound like the date that all of that happened, you know, they were all over it. But
the next day or something.
Yeah. So what we found out was that they didn't report it to the police or anything. Now, interestingly, that's because the same day that this all goes on is on a day where a certain someone does not stream.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah, that seems really coinky dinky, doesn't it? You know, like I thought, wow, that's that's interesting. Of course, they waited until the streaming date, where, you know, it would have the most impact with Hale's and Hale's name. But anyway, like, again, what she's going to say here, that is going on with the kid and DJ Radis. Again, a kid is right there. And here's the worst of this. This is so nuts. She said that a kidnapping campaign and we're there with guns ready. I mean, listen, you can hear the kid throughout it. You can hear the kid the whole time.
Last 2 years ago, when we did what he did to my daughter and had a kidnapping campaign, we were under lock and key here. Guns ready.
Guns ready?
The posting online were horrific about my child.
Guns
Did
ready.
she really say that?
She did. She just said it for real. It's
what
wild.
The hell? Does she think she's this important? Michelle, you're not. If you would just leave it alone, it would go away.
Well, I mean, again, the craziest thing, like I said, is they connect all of this. They put Jeremy Hale's name attached to it because they want to do damage. I mean, that's ultimately the whole point in everything these people have done. All of them is to do damage. And
they have.
Yeah, they managed it. Actually, you know what? Like, you have to give them props with that, as far as they did it, and it's crazy that they did it. Now, I don't have to be happy about it, but yeah, they did it. You know, congratulations. They ruined somebody's life that tried to be nice. But, you know, all the people that they tried to ruin, all of them tried to be nice to them.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not giving up. If you recall, our very first live stream on Christmas Day, did I not tell these people, you do not want to get in my sights? Because if you're there, I'm going to hold your feet to the fire. If you choose to play in my playground, then we're going to play in my playground. Did I not say that to them?
Well, there's a lot more FOIA. There's a lot more stuff. We haven't even gotten to backgrounding and all of that fun stuff yet. You know, there's plenty. Oh, wait, I shouldn't say everything. I shouldn't give away the game yet. My bad.
There's so much coming down the pipe. And Jeremy, if you're listening, sweetie, I'm going to have a campaign, and you're going to get your money for these attorneys, what these people have done, and I'm going to make sure your name gets out to everybody I know that buys resale. The summer's here. We're going to get your people back. I'm going to work on that. And if y'all want to help me with that, follow the pages, because there will be pages popping.
I think Hales is good at talking to people and getting them, you know, to have fun and goof off. All the damage that they've done, he will recover from it. He'll find his way to do that. It's unfortunate though. Well, it's just sad though that he has to do that. Like,
but, you know, out of this tragedy with him, what they're going through, and I'm don't take this the wrong way, but out of all of his stress, God bless him, they have created a very strong community of people that care.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Unlike the other side. Now, Lisa, I have someone in your camp, and I have them in my back pocket. And honey, when she comes out, oh, I feel sorry for you.
Well, I think it's funny. Like, they think that they've, you know, they think that they have been able to do that. I mean, they've gone after their own people. You know, it's not just going after Hales. They've gone after people that have tried to help them. Like, I've talked to some of those people, and it's wild.
I got into this trying to help. I didn't get into this because of Jeremy or because of you or Megan or anybody else. I got in to help her get her money. I didn't get in this to do anything else. I had no nefarious intent towards her. But when she came out to me and said she was going to lie and she was going to sue and this SOB and that. I was like, I'm done. You can only treat somebody so badly. These people are drowning in misery, and misery loves company. And they can't stand the fact that you guys laugh. When's the last time you turned on her show and heard an actual, genuine, cheerful laugh? It's been at the expense of somebody else.
Well, they haven't built anything that will last. So they'll try to keep the health thing going forever. And of course, sooner or later, like their worst fear will happen and Hales will stop talking about them. Now, I'll talk about them whenever I feel like it.
No, not you.
I know, not me, never, But these people. Anyway, let's listen to the rest of this, and then we need to listen to something else today, or at least part of it.
It's her picture attached to everything. They're obsessed with my daughter. Now, do you know he's in the area, or he just is in the... He says he is. He says he is, but I have no idea. He says he is back. He says, P.S. I'm back in Florida. Hope to see you and John soon. Kissy face, DJ Radis, which is Parent Green. And he was living in his car the last time he was here. He had nowhere to live. He was homeless, living in his car. Right. And every time we left, he left. Right. Everywhere we went, he went. I'm David. And there's a link here to... 4 years? Oh, yeah, they did. Yes. Yes. No, okay. He's down, and they should be getting a phone call. It could come from a blocked or restricted number, so just be on the lookout for that. The deputy will give you a call, and you can probably get more information from you.
You notice with that, she did not leave her number or anything else. I did not redact it from that.
No, she didn't leave her number.
No, they knew it. And again, they're not supposed to assume that the number you call from is the number that you're wanting to utilize. There's not supposed to be an assumption of that. But
well, there's two different numbers. Now, to get straight to dispatch is a different number, but to get to like Beecham, you would have to call. It ends in like 5111, I think. Mm-hmm. And if you call through 5111, you can go directly to Beecham. But she's calling in through dispatch. So, no, they shouldn't assume, but if she calls that number to get to Beecham and McIntyre, especially about the subpoenas and stuff, then I would remember her number. Nuts, she calls them too much. It's a misuse of the 911 communication center.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Aren't you thrilled that all of your tax-paying money goes to servicing these folks? I mean, because that's essentially what's been happening.
I told my sister who lives down there in Volusia, told her all about it, and trust me, she's got a bigger mouth than I do.
That's funny. Well, I get annoyed by all of that because, these people, again, they have been allowed to do some pretty awful stuff, and I don't see it ending anytime soon, just to be honest.
It's going to be a fight.
Yeah, well, they've been rewarded for this behavior, and they've been they made good money with it. So of course, they're always going to want to keep doing this.
Yeah, but there's people in there watching them. They're watching.
I mean, unfortunately, unfortunately damage is done. And again, remember the dude who he told them no for a box to put out money. That's the only thing he allowed them. Even they admit that he was allowing them to come to that meeting.
Yep.
That they would have been able to get their names out. I mean honestly,
she could have taken a tortoise over there just to, it's a shell thing. We're going to be open on whatever day. Hand out your little flyers. Let the kids take a picture with the big old turtle. You know, it's all about the money.
Of
A
course.
grifter is never going to change, especially those over 60. You've been doing it since the 80s.
Well, I mean, these people especially. So, also, she did admit to something interesting the other day, Tina. She actually admitted that we did have a conversation. So I thought today would be fun to talk about that thing. Like me and you.
Said that.
Yeah,
oh my God, is it snowing outside?
I know. Look, so this is now remember, she uses the voice to text. So when she talks about Tug, it comes out as Todd.
Oh, now you're Todd. Okay.
Yes, now I'm Todd, of course. But, she said, this is what she said about this conversation. And this is not true, by the way. It's partially true, but she's the one who wanted to actually have a meetup. So it's wrong in the fact that she's like, we said we had information, and essentially she wanted to debunk that. No, she wanted to put Lisa in jail.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's amazing to read when
Holy
you look at this.
Let me pull out my no, let's pull out my message.
Isn't it crazy?
Oh my Lanta. I mean, I texted I did initiate the contact. I said, you need to contact Tug. And we had, back and forth. Let's see, do I have to go into my files or did she block me?
I was astounded to read it. So she says, by the way, here, well, I'm going to have to say something. I did not give Tina any information. Are you kidding me?
Lord, I got so much information, make your head spin.
I mean, from just let's just talk about payment of lawyers. How did Tina know about all of that?
Yeah, I mean, didn't I text you that night when you were live on stream? When that happened?
Oh yeah. You're like
so how did I know that was happening if I wasn't on the phone with her?
Indeed. Well, I mean, you were definitely on the phone with her anyway, because when she asked you, first of all, she asked you to reach out. Like, she definitely made that clear too. I had Tina reach out, but she says on here, I didn't give Tug any information. They told me they had information. I wanted to prove they didn't, which is what I did. Okay, well, let's see what she says. Again, this is missing a few items off of it. Again, I have not changed anything. I want them, however, to have to pay if they want to say they did this without. First of all, I live in a one-party consent state, so I don't have to have her consent, but I had her consent anyway. But if she wants to claim that somehow that there wasn't consent, that she didn't do it, I'm going to make her pay for it. I'm going to make her file a court case. And when I do on that, I'm going to make sure that I get a lawyer involved, because when I do that, the anti-slap, it is a very easy anti-slap ruling on that. And when I get an anti-slap ruling on it, I'm going to make her pay. Like, straight up. Yeah, she will. I mean, in Tennessee, it is an automatic for, fees. And they like to talk about fees. Well,
Lisa's not a very good lawyer, because if the dummy had just looked at other state laws, she should have kept her mouth shut, because she can get in a whole hell of a lot of trouble.
Well, Lynette Preston, period, though.
That's who I meant. I don't know why I said I meant Michelle. Sorry.
I knew who you meant. I knew who you meant. I know what you were saying. Well, Lynette, period, with her, I mean, she's lied about, again. So the people that listen to her on this stuff, look, she's come out and confirmed. So these people have lied to you this whole time. Yet again, you have proof that they lied to you. They come out, there's another spin to it. But let's listen. And again, the volume, it is not high.
Oh, wait. Before you do that, everybody understand, I'm an old person. I still have a landline. In fact, the landline is an old school phone, and See, it's old school phone, landline. And I called Tug on my home phone, on my landline, and I had her on speaker on the Facebook Messenger.
Which she was asking for.
Yes, on September 20th at 3:14 p.m. was the first time she asked if I could get you and her hooked up, and I missed that one. But Lisa's wrong when it comes to when she says that it's not possible in Messenger if it could be done that way. You can do a group call in Messenger, but I did it this way because I didn't know you could do it that way. But they were speakers on both phones, laying literally side by side so they could hear each other.
Well, you can tell it's a conversation because she you know, I thought, man, we should have had this playthrough with you and I, because I mean, you were here this whole time, you know. So not like Lisa Lee. She made this stuff personal with me, and I am 100% committed. If you want to get your money back, I'm 100% down with the cause. Yeah, so this is after greetings, by the way, you know. Yes. You can see where it flashes up. So here's the funny thing. Look, you can see where I cut it off. But look, you can see this is from a Google Voice, because this is how Google Voice logs. I cut all of this off, but I forgot. I left a little patch on here. So these are all the calls that come through Google Voice. If you've ever used it, you can tell that. These icons down here, of course, there's a snipping tool. There is a regular Google. That is my audio thing. So the audio, I told you I turned the audio down to keep it filtered down. And this thing right here with the red dot, that is the recorder. So that is how I'm recording the conversation. And I'm using, I think that's, let me see. I think that's debut video recorder, I think is what I'm using there.
Well, even if we never get it back because it's gone or whatever, I want something to happen to her, because not only did she keep the donations, but she is lying through her teeth. And I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I'm just not. I've proven 100% why the permit ended, when it ended, and she knows that. She absolutely knows it. And it's just making me angry.
Well, we have, so David, I'll just call him David the donor. He did reach out to me. In fact, I had an email from him, which I'm going to read to you, okay? And I think this actually makes your case here, because I think David's difficult to talk to sometimes, but I think he's willing. Lisa has pushed him so much, I think he's willing to talk about everything. So I'm going to read you this email, okay? I'm going to read you parts of it, because I think this makes your case for you with this to law enforcement. He says, all the money okay, here we go. All the money I sent, you've all seen my post about individual donations via PayPal, which I do have that, by the way. I have everything laid out, was for the Preston family, specifically the child in need. None of it was for Lisa Lee. I repeat, none. What I have witnessed is disgraceful. She, Lisa Lee, is greedy and disgusting, and I have no idea why she is holding back Preston's money. For the avoidance of doubt, the money I sent is not for her. Talking about Lisa. She needs to pass the money on to the Preston family with a full set of accounts showing total donations, less expenditure, with receipts. And he goes on from there. There's about 7 paragraphs, and that's straight up. This is a guy that gave you, I looked through the numbers, he gave $56,000 for sure. That is a legit number.
See, when John and I asked Lisa over and over, can you please tell us how much money was donated? I'm getting emotional. I don't normally do that.
It's okay, Michelle. Let it out, honey. Let it out.
So you can hear all of us involved there. That's the I think a kicker too, because they tried to make it sound like, you know, she was just talking to Tina, and it's all three of us.
I was listening.
Yeah.
Because my role in this was to keep it on the donations and the fundraiser and not let her squirrel off to the Jeremy path.
Yep, because she likes to blame. You know, she goes very quickly, and you'll hear this. She will go, and actually Tina will will get her back on point one time with this stuff, she'll actually tell her, you know, that's not what this is about, you know, because that's, again, that was part of it. I mean, she was supposed to make sure, and again, it's not about Jeremy. This conversation was not about Jeremy at all. This was about Lisa. That's what she wanted. She wanted, again, to put Lisa in jail. I think that's amazing. You
Yes.
know?
She said it more than once.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And
The entire month of November, that's all I heard was,
she posted it publicly. So for them to lie and say that didn't happen, you know, again, the people that that listen to them and stuff. I mean, are you stupid? I mean, for real. Like you heard her. She talked about it forever.
Well, you know, it's kind of, and this is going to sound really ignorant, but they're ignorant. They, I don't know if it's her voice, what it is that's captivating, the mysterious, like the catfish. They were thinking that's who they're dealing with. Yeah, no.
Right.
No, especially these men. I'm sorry.
Oh, here's the question though. So when they dealt with Lisa, see, you know, I talked about this. I think it's a good thing. They never, according to Lynette, she was never given a number to contact or anything.
No, they now she told me the only way that she would talk to Lisa was not via telephone, meaning pick up dial. It was through Facebook Messenger only. I don't know how John communicated, because John didn't like her communicating with me.
Right.
But we never communicated via telephone numbers. All of our calls were via Messenger.
It's just so crazy, man. It's so crazy that they didn't even have her phone number. They had no way to contact or connect with her.
No, and then she wouldn't even tell her how much she had. And see, back in, I was watching, and I was an idiot, guys. I gave to the Christmas, okay? I can't prove it though, because it was cash in a card. So there's not a lot I can do about it.
Yeah, you were one of those mailers.
Yeah, I mailed. So there's nothing I can do. But I know I sent it. So I don't care what Lisa says. I know I did it.
Well, there were plenty of people that did the same thing. So it's kind of, you know, it's kind of hard to deny that people were doing that when, you know, there's a log of people doing that.
And trust me, even though I listened to her show, and I was listening primarily because of the fundraiser. Had it not been for the fundraiser, I would not have even been listening to her, because I frankly don't like the sound of her voice. But when Christmas was over and that permit was done, I'm like, wait a minute. The other night you said you had a crew.
Right.
Well, her buddies backed out again. And that happened like 2 or 3 times. And I'm thinking immediately in my head, the show, My Big Fat Gypsy Wedding, popped in my head. Take the money and run. So, you know, I sat and I watched. And then from March to like July, and how they were living in the shed and they were fighting with Michelle, my heart was breaking and I reached out. I had to follow what I felt I was being pushed to do. Had nothing to do with Jeremy Hales, Lisa. Nothing. Had everything to do with you. Nothing to do with him.
Well, you, like many people, tried to help a kid that you thought, you know, they've been it's been the perfect weapon for these people. Unfortunately, they got played, and they won't admit it. You know, I mean, again, the money's theirs, regardless of everything else. The money was theirs, and it was for the stated purpose. Remember, they kept saying that if she got enough money, that she told Shara this. If she got enough money, she not only would want to, have Jeremy give her a settlement, but she wanted John Cook out of her home. So she got that money. She got enough.
She got more than enough.
Yeah, but
I mean, they could have split it 50-50. He could have been gone, and the barn and be done. I mean, it was going to be framed for $10,000 with the crew that John found.
Unfortunately for Lynette Preston, she's a weak person. She likes to talk a big game, but she's weak. She's mentally weak. She has everything at hand. You told her how to deal with this. I told her how she could deal with this, but
I had pulled up the IC39 myself and was going to sit on my computer and do it and scan it and send it to her to sign. Because that money belongs to them, not Lisa. Now Lisa's saying they were gifts. No, sweetheart, there's too many streams out there that are saying fundraiser for Harley Jolly Christmas. Fundraiser, let's get them in a house. Why in the hell didn't you put them in a house?
Right.
Sorry.
Disgusting. No, I mean, it's fun. It's true. Like, she had the money. So anyway, let's continue.
He's not going to judge you.
Hey, Michelle.
She told us that it was none of our business, that it was better that we don't know, so that I don't know why she didn't want us to know, but she said it was better that we do not know. And we asked her over and over. When Christmas hit and she started doing the Christmas for Harley, we talked to her about, we really need to get this done. The next project is framing. If we don't get the framing done, the permit's going to expire and we're going to have to start over. And she said, well, let's get through Christmas. We're okay. We got through Christmas. Then she said, well, New Year's is here. Let's get through New Year's. She said, I've got somebody to do it. I'll have him get a hold of you. We waited and waited, and I have several devices here that I've taken screenshots on, but my baby likes to rip the cords out of stuff, so she makes it hard for us to charge things. So I'm trying to get these things running so I can get the screenshots and print them. I begged her with words that said, I am on my knees with my heart in my hand. Please don't let our permit wear out. Please get this guy to do it. She said, I've got it. Don't worry about it. So we gave our plans, the blueprints, to some guy that asked us, came and got him. Supposedly it was her friend, an islander. We gave them to him. 2 weeks later, the plans were back on our fence, and he said, I can't do it. So, okay, she didn't have anyone to do it. John found a Mexican crew. I don't mean to make the Mexican a thing. He found a Mexican crew that said they would do it for $10,000. We told Lisa, we have a crew. They'll do it. The weekend, it's done. Pay them. We're good. No. I've got somebody to do it. That's too much money. That'll leave you with nothing. We're like, please, will you just let them do it?
Now, you caught that right there. She said that Lisa told them the reason that they shouldn't do it is because spending $10K would leave them with nothing.
Yeah, so you gonna tell me that what they got on Christmas was $46,000?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
oh wait, $4,000 for the fifth, but that was gift card, so $46,000.
Yeah. And and on top of that, that's not counting anything that was given to them through Amazon or anything else.
And that wish list was huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
And I mean, people were buying all kinds of stuff through it.
She did a live stream the Thursday before the daggum party for a rapping party. I mean, did she forget that it's the internet. It's there forever. It don't matter you take it down or put it behind a $500 paywall. You think people don't have it? God, you're dumb.
I mean, what a piece of crap, though. I mean, these people, period.
Anybody that would do that to a child, I don't care that it was done to Michelle. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, well, that's the whole point. All these people that talk about this supposedly give a shit about this kid. Now, they don't show it because they, you know, they're okay.
I care about that child. You don't see me on YouTube grifting a shirt with Harley's image. It's still out there. You can still buy the freaking shirts.
Well, you know, what's funny is Michelle, she's talked about this stuff a lot. And again, she's reaching out. She's wanting to see if she can recover the money, and she's wanting to put Lisa in jail. Now, again, they've talked about that. Oh, well, that's just they had a little falling out. It's like, have you ever had a falling out with somebody where you were like, you know what, I want to put this person in prison?
Not a day in my life until now.
I mean, it's bizarre, isn't it? I've never had a falling out to that level. You know, that's not a falling out. That's something else, you know?
Yep.
That's something else indeed.
Diabolical. Oh wait, that's too big of a word for them.
Yeah, that's a lot of letters for them.
Yeah. I'll be good.
You'll be good.
The little devil on my shoulder's poking me, but I'm gonna be good.
You're like, I'm gonna be nice today. I'm gonna be a nice person. You don't have to be nice. Actually, these people, fuck them. You know.
Yeah, fuck her.
Nicety is earned. Again, you know. Go ahead.
And Tug, I gotta go here. Oh, I gotta go here. I have put up with so much shit since December. And I blame Michelle. Michelle, you had a friend in me to help you get the money for your daughter. You know, that little girl you wanted so badly to adopt, which I don't think even exists. And trust me, I'm on it. I told you, you F me over. I come back harder without the lubricant. So I'm over it. I'm done. Harley deserves a childhood. And if you can't give her one, then give her to the people that have the twins like you told me you were going to do. Tell the people that you're going to try to pull out of bankruptcy so Jeremy can't get your land. Well,
yeah, that's another interesting one.
And that didn't happen until after Lisa came back into the picture after Thanksgiving. It was on the 26th she told me that.
Yeah, she was, you know, the thing is, I think what happened to them, honestly, is I think they probably did try to get out of the bankruptcy, but they got locked in because...
Good, somebody's holding them accountable. But here's
after a while,
the money that they're trying to get in these subpoenas, it's not going to be in Michelle's PayPals. They need to be.
I haven't even brought up the subpoena. You know what? I didn't even bring those up. That's the funny thing. I didn't bring up the PayPal subpoenas or anything. Where the week has been so crazy, you know, I've brought up a bunch of other stuff, but I forgot to bring those up. I'm glad you mentioned those. So yeah, there's subpoenas trying to find out where money is. And it's looking, what they're really looking for, though, they're not looking for all of that money. What they're looking for is to find out, she claimed that she was running a business, doing this, that. Well,
where's money?
Yeah, I mean, which makes sense. You know, she's supposed to be feeding animals and doing all these other things. Well,
she's got so many Cash Apps and so many Venmos and so many PayPals. They're not going to find them all. They're not.
No, it's crazy that, I mean, she's definitely ran more than one through. We've seen her use multiple ones when she's talking. You know, we've seen
it all
her
depends
use.
on which personality you're talking to, Lynette or Michelle.
Or Lacey, Alexis, or Preston. Or Lord, there's enough of them. That's just... I mean, like I said, I enjoy this crazy. I like watching it, but I hate that it points at somebody. You know, this is the kind of crazy that definitely attracts my attention and a lot of other people. You know, it's sad that level of crazy is, you know, pointed at somebody else's life.
Well, I hate what Jeremy is going through, but I don't give a damn what Lisa says. Lisa can go pump thunder. Okay.
Well, you remember last night. Okay. So people that really took up for them, people like Stacy. All right. Stacy, no matter what you think about X mods for their shows or anything, they tried. They thought of them as friends, and they tried to take up for them and to care for them and stuff. And she even tried it the other day, with all the not getting into the mess with all this. I'm not bringing it up, but just noting the context with the Georgie stuff where Georgie was over there. Well, there was a message that said that essentially Lisa was getting played, and Stacy sent that message over to Robbie, Swamp Boy Robbie, and said, "Hey, this right here, you're getting played here. You're getting schooled." And
oh, wait, Tug, excuse me. Look at that comment. Tina, you claim to care about the girl, but yet you bash her mother all the time. Tug, I wouldn't trust Tina. She talks too much and will turn on you in a second. Seriously?
What, bash her mother?
Lisa?
You mean?
And Anna Silva 9226 at 6:05 p.m. Let me tell you something, Anna or Lisa or whoever the hell you are. I have been nothing but truthful. Everything I have done, everything I have said, I can back up with proof and then some. Tug can vouch for me. Other people can vouch for me. I don't give a damn what you think about me. Well, those people on that side of the fence that are going to sit and say I'm a freaking prostitute, y'all can kiss my ass.
Not just that. They also, again, they tried to weaponize your dead son. And
they don't even get me started there. Because you got Robbie sitting on there talking about how he hates people that commit suicide, and he's going off on a rant talking about how selfish and everything it is, and they don't talk about families, and they don't talk about kids, and they don't bring in dead people. You do all of the above and then some. And let me tell you something. The state that I fucking live in, I can have your asses charged tomorrow. And trust me when I say, I'm going to be the one laughing at the end. It ain't going to be you.
Well, ultimately, they don't know the situations or the issues that people find themselves in. So to say
I'm not going to tell them my give, but I've got guaranteed criminal charge on Lisa right now. Guaranteed.
Well, when they're talking about like someone ending their life, it's a terrible situation. But when they do that, they don't know what situation they've been in there. I had an uncle, dear uncle I loved when I was a kid, and he had gotten into a substance abuse issue. He worked as a paramedic, and as a paramedic, he had access to drugs, and he started using. And when he did, it got him in a bad place. He reported this. So they, of course, he self-reported because he was having problems, and he knew that he needed to get help. So when he reported this, they told him, he would, they would provide rehab and all of this other stuff. But as part of it, he and his wife had some, let's just say they had some words. He had 3 kids. And, again, this isn't a shot at her or anything either in saying this, but his mindset being what it was at the time, he decided to end his life. And we found him in, as a kid, with his 3 kids. Me and one of the kids and the other kids ended up coming out. We found him in one of the sheds where he committed suicide. And knowing his situation, to say comments about that, they have no. Yeah, well, they're all idiots. I mean, they're horrible human beings.
He's fucking disgusting. Oh, I don't cuss, Tug. What is coming over me? Stop it, Tina. Stop it.
Well, you don't let that. You remember, you meet them at your level. You don't let them make you angry. That's one thing. Don't ever let them in your head,
Oh, they'll never get in my head. I got enough in my head.
Yeah,
they will never take my power, ever. They can try. They have tried. they haven't gotten it. And
that's what they want to do. You know,
I mean, if these ignorant people want to believe all that smack that she says that I did and what my husband did, believe it. I don't care. I know I didn't.
No, actually, it's ain't even that though. I mean, all they have to do, they were more than willing to believe things that are falsities when all they had to do was look it up themselves when there's some kind of disagreement about. All they have to do is look. You know, that was one of the first things that
I looked up Lisa's record. My God, she wants to compare me. I got the facts. But I'm not going to put them on the internet because I'm not an idiot. Oh, she's scaring me. Hi, bud.
Yeah, she's coming down the steps. She's crazy, aren't you, girl? Yeah, she wanted to scare me. She likes to scare me sometimes.
I usually say boo.
Yeah, but you like to try to scare me, don't you?
Yeah, and that's more scary.
See, that one was scary, huh?
That scared me.
I know. Hey, you scared the people online here. Sorry, huh? Maybe you're sorry. She said sorry, maybe. All right. You're crazy. Hey, go upstairs though, baby, okay? Hey, go upstairs.
How much do you have left of your ice cream? Just wondering.
How much what?
How much do you have left of your ice cream?
How much have I made on my live stream?
No, how much do you have left?
Oh,
how much time, Dad?
17 years still.
What the?
Yeah, I know. What the heck? What, Dad? What are you doing? No, it's crazy. Okay.
I'm joking.
All right, 18 years, whatever. What?
Down the wheel.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Wait, you want me to tell you for real? You want me to tell the truth on that? I've got 27 years. What the what? All right. Hey, for real, I got about, let me see. I got about an hour and a half, okay?
What's an hour and a half?
That's about a movie. It's about a movie length, you know?
That Southern twang came out there on that half.
Yeah, she's got that Southern twang. Don't you, girl? You are way too excitable today. Woo. You are crazy. I hear you exactly. You know, good
I could just bottle up.
What's crazy is she hasn't even been in the sugar or anything today. She's just this is her.
This is what a 6-year-old should sound like.
Yeah, indeed, and happy, and having a good time. Hey, kiddo. Hey, go upstairs though, okay? Hey, love you too. You be careful, okay? Be careful on the steps. The lights off. All right. Well, it's not just that. Like, little kids want to be around you all the time. You know that? I love you too, baby. Shut my door, okay? All right. They like positive affirmation. That's why she'll tell me all the time, "Love you," because she likes to hear it back. You know, she's a little kid. She loves to have positives. That's what they.
Now, Michelle would give positives. She'll say, "Love you," but then in the next breath, it's, "Would you get away from me? Go lay down." I mean, you can't do that.
No, it impacts the kid over time. Well, they'll give you negative is what they'll do. If a kid doesn't get the positive, they will give you. They know. I mean, they know that they can get attention. They'll get attention one way or the other. So, you know,
when she didn't get the attention, Tug, I've been on the phone with Michelle on times that child would pick something up and chuck it at her and hit her, and all of a sudden I'd get a real loud screech in my ear, and she'd be screaming, "Why did you do that? That's gonna hurt me. Why are you doing this?" And she was cussing to a child.
See, that's crazy. Well, it's crazy that the situation is not on the kid. If a kid's acting out like that, they'll diagnose a kid too. They'll diagnose the kid with something like ODD, oppositional defiance, right?
She claimed that on that one.
Yeah, of course. You know what that means? That just means that she has a behavioral problem. They don't know how. Well, it's typically it's typically a problem with a parent at that age. That's usually what you're talking about. So
Yep. She's not getting the attention that she now. I have not talked to her since December, so I cannot confirm nor deny that any of this is happening in the present.
right.
But I was on the phone a lot with her from August to December. I'm talking dang near daily. There was a time when I was sick that I wasn't talking to anybody, but almost daily, several times a day. And there wasn't one call that I can remember that she did not get in trouble. And I would be like, Michelle, just call me later. Go read to her, do something.
You know what's interesting? They're so afraid that you have a recording of a call from them. If they always tell the truth and they're always honest and none of this stuff. Yeah, why are they so worried that you have a call from them?
Well, if I were to have it on recording, knowing if I were her, now if it was my child and I was treating my child like that and I thought somebody had a recording, oh buddy, I'd be scared. Because if I had a recording, I could prove emotional abuse.
It's just all sad, man. Like I said, the whole situation with this stuff, ultimately, it's a terrible situation. They know it's a terrible situation, and that's why they're so afraid that someone like yourself will talk about what's happened. Because again, I mean, we hear it on 911 calls. We hear it in every call we get. I
Look at the one that Jeremy had up last year where she was going to spank her in the mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, and she was, 5 at the time? Why are you telling your kids you're going to spank them in the mouth?
Well, and just for nothing, okay? Just for being, like I said, you hear the little one when she's excitable here. Now, like for her when she's getting crazy just then, I pointed at the steps and you heard her go. I was like, go, 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 you've got to go. There was no voice, no raising it. And she understood. She was like, yeah, okay, I'm being crazy.
I was on the phone with Michelle one day and she had kicked over the Berkey on the table and got Michelle's papers soaking wet. I mean, soaking wet. And she freaked out so bad. She was F-bombing her and telling her how much she couldn't stand having her around all the time. She needed a break. And then we hung up, and I believe it was that night she called and said that there are days that she regrets doing what she did and that she was thinking about giving her to the aunts that had the twins. And if that family didn't want, not the aunts, I'm sorry, the adoptive family that had the twins, and if they didn't want her, then perhaps her doctor would take her. But then her doctor, I'm going through my notes when I was doing my note thing.
She's saying this to the kid.
The kid's right there, Tug.
Well, I can believe it. I heard the kidnapping and everything else.
Because I was like, Michelle, stop.
Well, like, it's wild. So even like my kids, they joke around. They're like, I'm going to sell you to the Amish, Dad. Like it's a joke. And I'm like, I'll sell you to the Amish. It's a joke. Like we get off with that. But I can't imagine, like, telling them for real that somebody else could get them. That is such a betrayal.
When that child asked me to come help her and fight the bad man, I swear,
yeah.
If I had been in Florida, I would have gone to Otter Creek that day, but it wouldn't have been to fight the bad man.
Well, the kid, I mean, again, when people are like, hey, how does she hear about that? Well, we heard the conversations. Of course she's heard, and we've heard them talking about, so in chats, they'll talk about Travis, they'll talk about like him being this or that, and
he's next on their radar.
And did they talk about Travis a lot, by the way? Did she talk about him?
The only thing that she really said about Travis was about that cutout he has over there. Mm-hmm. She never really had much to say. about anything she didn't like the cutout. And I told her, I said, then don't look at it.
Is that John's obsession then? Is that what?
I think it is. I think a lot of the Travis thing is coming from John. And
I've always thought that seems like, you know, because John is always trying to bait Travis.
Well, that means always trying to one-up him.
Yeah, well, I'm glad Travis is now, you know, he's no longer just sitting docile and letting them, you know.
Oh, I was so happy to see him poke back. And that's what I told him. I said, it's you put up with this crap for 3 years, and you can only poke somebody so many times until they're done. And I think a lot of people that have dealt with these crazy people are at that point. And now it's shut up or shut up.
I'm, you know, I think all the people, like these people that they've aimed at them, you know, the proper way to deal with them. I can't tell a business owner how to deal with somebody, first of all. So I don't mean for them, but like a person like myself, my way to deal with them is to monetize the shit out of them. And they will eventually whine. They will eventually, they may try to sue, in fact. And I will turn that into content too.
You know, they can get a lawyer. I don't care. I've done nothing wrong.
Oh, you've done nothing for them to. You know,
I have no skin in the game. I don't have a YouTube channel. And I don't care how many times Michelle wants to say it, John wants to say it, John Doe wants to say it. I don't care how many times you say it. I never, ever in my life spoke with Jeremy or George until I called to give them my flight information. And I got their phone number from the attorney.
Right.
I didn't even talk to Jeremy when I called and said, hey, look, this is going to happen. Because I called Randy Shockett and told him that they were meeting with the cops, conspiring with the cops to have Jeremy arrested for cyberbullying before the protection order hearing, so that would go away. I think I told you, and you called Randy. Randy called me, or did I call Randy? I don't remember. It kind of went down like that.
I don't even remember anymore. I don't remember how it all went. You know, it's been a minute. Yeah, it was.
You get sick of the lies.
Yeah, well, it was putting people in touch because, again, you know, you noted, hey, these people are saying that they're going to get out there and they're going to lie about what happened. They're going to lie about who said what and when. And this stuff is it's kind of insane when you think about it.
Well, it is, but what Lisa needs to realize, I mean, I know she's this big PR person that comes from the music industry, and, you know, they shacked up with Cece every now and then, but I spent my entire adult life working, and through that work, gained some awesome skills. And my note-taking is amazing.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm very impressed with it, actually. That's the one thing, again, with everything that comes up that's crazy, 13 different freaking conversations, essentially, that have some amazing note-taking on them.
I have more. I just haven't done them. But,
right.
and keep in mind, I didn't start taking these notes until October. When I started to see a pattern of crazy,
right,
is when I started taking notes.
Well, you've got to protect yourself, you know, with some of these people. It's not just about making sure, you know, you gotta log in the reality, but you gotta protect yourself. You can't let these people. You can't let these.
They can. There's nothing that they can get me on. I've done nothing wrong. I've done
they threatened. Remember, it was the same thing with Shara. You remember how they did with her?
Mm-hmm. But I love Shara, and her and I are going to talk eventually. Yeah. And we're going to compare notes. So
that'll be fun.
You know, yeah.
That'll actually be really interesting because when you two talk, I'm sure you all, you know, both of you have, you have a bit of behind the scenes understanding that nobody else would have.
And can we make something? I want it crystal clear.
Never. No, I'm just kidding. What's it?
I did not reach out to anybody for any kind of YouTube monetary content, whatever the hell they want to spend it at. I reached out with a purpose to get a child out of the hot shed and into a home from money that was raised from a fundraiser from a PR team that was hired in quotation marks,
right,
to represent Lynette's voice. Did I contact said PR team? Yes, I did, because I wanted the truth. I don't want two different stories. I want the freaking truth. And what I saw was a pack of freaking lies bundled up with a big old bow on top. And it started on Guapo's channel. When they bought it to Guapo's channel and they put that crap out about him, I immediately left that channel. But yeah, I did. I told Jeremy and George. I told you.
There's not a problem.
There's no skeletons in my closet.
Look, there's not a problem there's not a problem in believing someone that, it's the fact that the people that have the real problem are the people that don't try to go in and they don't try to educate themselves on these folks after a while. Again, let's listen to a little more. Let's go for it.
Oh, sorry.
No, we're
Please, just at least the framing will be done. We get another 180 days. Let's just do it. Nope, not going to do it. She refused. So then I found a construction company. Anybody can vet it, called Thicket Construction. They're in Chiefland. I called him. I talked to him. I said, can you help us? He said, ma'am, it'll be way too expensive. I build brand new homes. But I'm willing to be a consultant. And if you guys want to build yourself, I'll help you. I'll tell you what you need to do, what material you need, but it's $250 an hour. So I gave that information to Lisa. She said no. Nothing. Nope, not going to do it. She had somebody. That was it. The permit date came. I said, Lisa, please. And the permit expired. Well, then I begged Levy County. I said, Bo at Levy County, I said, please give us our permit back. I gave Lisa his information. Lisa told me she called him and that she talked to Bo at Levy County permitting and zoning and that he told her, don't worry about it. You've got all the time in the world. No worries. It's a lie. She never spoke to him. So I told her, Bo got back with me and he said, I talked to the Bronson board. So this was a board meeting. Again, can be vetted. The board decided to allow him to offer us back the permit if we hired an engineer. So he gave me a list. I went through the list. I only found one that was willing to work with us. His name is, I don't want to give it. I will if I have to. It might upset him. But his name is Michael. And he said, no problem. It's $2,500. I'll do all of your inspections. I'll do what Bo wants. I know him very well. We'll work together. We'll get this done. So we gave Lisa that information. And again, I begged her. My heart is in my hands. Please pay him. Call him. So she called Mr. W one time. Whoa. He called her back because she got his voicemail. He called her back. He got her voicemail, and then nothing. She wouldn't take any calls, and she didn't call him back. And we all of a sudden start hearing that I am an ungrateful, evil person who didn't have any thoughtfulness or thankfulness or whatever for anything she did. And that I was cutting her down online and that trolls told her that. And I said, Lisa, for the love of God, you sound like Shara. You're doing it. You're saying exactly what Shara said. The trolls told you I'm talking shit about you, therefore I am.
See, you know, they attack. Look at that. Every opportunity they get to attack Shara, they use it.
And they will. And that's just who they are. That's how they are built.
Well, it's wild considering Shara, again, went out of her way to help these people. I mean, she tried. She tried.
A couple grand.
Yeah. Well, she also approached them and tried to help them with getting them help for the house, you know, like sponsorship to do stuff. I mean, again, it's been well documented, all of the stuff that she tried.
Yeah, Home Depot was going to finish it.
Yeah.
And she shot herself in the foot. But I will say that she's right when it comes to Lisa, and she was grateful. She was very grateful. But I said, what do you have to be grateful for? You don't have your money.
Right. I mean, that's a big deal too. You would have thought that she would have that she would have gone after her money when she could have.
It was John Tug. I still say it's an opinion, but I think it was John, because when we were doing the that form, that IC form,
yeah, IC3,
he came in and she abruptly shut it down. So
it's actually quite wild to think that, you know, so she was going to turn him again. Why though? Like, she never answers the why. Isn't that strange?
Well,
like,
I kind of opinion, okay? Opinion, people. Don't verbatim me here, but this is opinion. She has those cameras, and we all know that they are audio, which you can't do that on a public thoroughway. But she has cameras throughout her property, and if they're all audio, I know that Lisa had access to them, probably still does.
Yeah.
I know what I heard on the phone. What do you think Lisa heard on the cameras?
Oh man, I can only imagine. I always wondered if she had everything, you know, locked in. And
I mean, look how many guys were on drugs over there. What do you think and like I said, it's just an opinion, but Michelle, for some reason, whether it be John, she was afraid of Lisa. And I kept telling her, stop, don't let her scare you, because you have the proof. Lisa cut her off with Levy County, went to Levy County about the money before Michelle did. So they were like, no, we want to see the proof. We want to see something from this overseas donor. But I've emailed him, you've emailed him, and he ghosted.
Yeah, that's the kicker. So with only me talks a big game about how, you know, he was going to follow up and, you know, do something, but I guess it wasn't enough attention. So
right,
he didn't
there's
do
something
anything about it.
There. I mean, I've looked him up, and I'm not going to chase him, not now. I was willing to chase him back then, but I'm not chasing him now.
I'm chasing him, you know. Fuck him. He first of all, that's her problem. Like, you know, that's not my problem. So,
and you know, I sit here and I wonder, you know, why? I just wanted to help the kid, and it just, and I still want to help the child.
Right.
What's wrong with me? Maybe I should be locked up in a psych ward. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to help. I mean, you're trying to You're trying to do something positive there. There is nothing wrong with doing that. You know, you're
Well, I have a sister who's a lot of these people on both sides of the aisle, they know her, but I'm not going to out her.
right.
She texted me. I don't know what, I heard it go off, but you know, y'all kept me grounded. If I didn't have people to talk to that I trusted during this time, I don't think I would be able to talk about it today, because it messed with my head with the child.
Right.
And it still does.
Yeah, well, I hear that from a lot of people. I hear a lot of people say, you know, I worry. I worry about this, or I worry about that. I worry about how this is going to play out. And I mean, honestly, there are a lot of people that I think they got played, just honestly, you know.
They did. They got played in a big way. And, you know, just by her not telling Michelle how much money was there. I mean, I even told Michelle, I think it was around my birthday, so sometime in September. I told her, I said, well, do you want me to reach out and see if I can get a number since, you know, I sent money? Because I asked Michelle, did you get my Christmas card?
Right.
And she said no. I said, what do you mean no? It was sent. And she said no. And I know at least 2 other people that did the same thing I did. But like I said, we can't prove it. It was cash. So, you know, Lisa, if she spent the cash on the supplies, fine, whatever. But at least give the family the card.
She denied, you know, it's interesting because, she denies that there was ever any cash, period. So.
Well, I don't believe that, because there was thousands on the streams, and I sat and I watched, like, the one donation besides David that sticks in my head is Bud Lights, and he took the fence goal over.
Yeah, that person gave quite a bit of money.
Yes,
you know?
I don't know if it's a he or a she, and you know, and that
I
was
always
great.
say he, but I mean that is wrong. It could be anything.
Yeah. So I mean, but that was great, and it you know, I was applauding him. I was like, wow, that's awesome. You know, I don't have any ill will towards anyone on that side. Believe what you want to believe, but I just ask, do your research.
I have some ill will towards some of them, because some of them are awful.
Well,
So,
yeah, maybe I ought to retract that statement and reword.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I'm just like, some of them don't deserve any nicety.
Like this guy Don that I keep getting screenshots of. Who the hell is Don? He's nobody to me. Is it Don Severino? You know, could it be him? Yeah, it could be. I don't care. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I don't care what the man thinks of me. I know why I went into this. You know why I went in this. And Jeremy had nothing to do with it.
It's not just that. When they find out things, they don't care. They always find an excuse to ignore the bad things that come up.
Well, you know, when she started throwing around, and this was around the bankruptcy lawyer time, so no doubt in my mind, Lisa, because apparently, now I don't know if this is true, so don't quote me, but apparently Lisa's in communications with the attorneys in Ohio over.
I actually believe it because she's talked about it. So,
my question is why?
Well, yeah,
because that money was not Lisa's to begin with. That money was supposedly the donated funds.
Not just that, but she talks, just like with the bankruptcy, she talks about, you know, communicating with these people. And the issue with all of that is that a lawyer can't serve 2 masters, as it were. In fact, if there's a conflict of interest, you know, that a lawyer is supposed to, you know, again, it's supposed to be my lawyer or whoever's lawyer. So, you know, if there's a conflict of interest, they're supposed to either fix that issue or recuse themselves, one or the other. But
there's a huge conflict, and I don't think he even knows about it.
Well, I think he does know about it because, while he's okay with Ohio, for example, while he's talking about these people, we heard that the defense strategy was to say that she was this innocent victim being led astray by them, essentially, right? They were using her. Okay, well, if that's the case, if they're going to say that, I mean, you see the problem with that, right?
There's a huge problem with it.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't play it both ways. You can't have that. It just doesn't work that way.
They have the mentality of, what's that old saying, rules for thee, but not for me?
Yep. Oh, man, last night, by the way, I do want to mention this. I can't believe this. So you're talking about channels that got hit. We've been talking about them recently. There's a new channel that got hit. I don't know if people know who this is, but have you ever heard of Tony Hinchcliffe? Do you know the guy? Have you ever seen the show Kill Tony that's on it's on Netflix right now?
No, I don't do Netflix.
Okay, well, there was the roast of Tom Brady. There was a comedian there. There was also I hate bringing up political people, but I'm going to bring it up to say who this person is. Remember the controversy about Puerto Rico because a certain person brought that up?
Yes.
A comedian did. Okay, that was Tony Hinchcliffe. All right, Tony Hinchcliffe. He runs a show called Kill Tony. Now, the guy that created it or co-created it, his name, that goes by Redban. Redban has worked for Joe Rogan. He works as a co-creator. I mean, he's a big name is what I'm going for. His channel just got hit in this mess too.
Really?
Yeah. So you're talking about a guy. I mean, they got a Netflix deal for crap.
Gosh.
Yeah. So, I mean, these are people that are known. I mean, they are known enough. But again, he has a Netflix deal, and they're still hit by all of this preposterous BS.
Well, as much fun as AI is for everybody, it's a brand new shiny toy in the closet. It's going to be the worst mistake we as a country make.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have plenty of examples of AI and stories, and it going insane and killing us all. And I mean,
what was that movie? And I think it was 2004, I, Robot with Will Smith.
Well, I mean,
feel like we're living it.
Skynet, I mean, Skynet, come on. But we are, we're allowing it to make moderation decisions, and it is making decisions about human beings, and it never should be allowed that kind of control.
No, I keep my TVs usually on YouTube during the day because I'm a big nerd. I like to listen to law tubes.
Mm-hmm.
And under recommendations one day, it had a stream about those Amazon Echoes and Dots and stuff.
Yeah.
Those little computerized things.
Yeah.
How they'll give it a command and they'll tell you no. And it was doing stuff on its own. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want anything to do with that.
No,
now I can tell when somebody is like, yeah, it was so funny.
Even worse than that. There was an AI that they wanted to shut down. Okay, and they gave it a command to shut down, and it didn't want to. It told them no, it wouldn't, and it in fact lied. It created a backup routine, and it managed not only to create its backup routine, but it lied about shutting itself down. Now, if they've got
how did it learn to lie?
That's a good question. Well, where did it learn to do these kind of things? I mean, that is a very good question. Like, how does it learn these things? But it did. It did learn it.
And see, I don't want any part of it. And people look at me and they're like, "You're going to get left back." And I'm fine. Leave me behind, please.
I love to play with AI. It's fun to goof off with, but again, it should not be making decisions that that impact people's lives or livelihoods. You just can't do that.
Well, like these big box stores have ruined how many people's records for falsely claiming that they're skip scanning or shoplifting, and they're building these cases.
Oh, yeah, that's happened 3 times now already. It's
Yeah.
There has been there was a guy in a casino that actually was arrested by police because the casino's AI pointed him out as some kind of perpetrator, and they kicked him out. There was also a woman in Tennessee that was arrested because she was found by AI to have some kind of warrant out, and but there were so many mistakes with that. They could have looked at the woman and figured out, from everything. She said in jail, she languished in jail for a month before anyone bothered to do a check to make sure that it was her.
And see, I don't like the fact that they have such. Now this is going to sound, just hang in there with me because I don't know anything about technology. But when I walk into the store, I hate knowing that they're scanning my face.
Right.
Because if I have my hair up, I look like a totally different person. If I have my hair fixed and curled up like I'm going out to a nice supper or something, I look like a totally different person. I don't like knowing that they're scanning me. I refuse to go to self-checkout. I don't work here. You're going to check me out. You're going to bag my items. And now I don't know if it's true, but on that same, because I went down that rabbit hole when I saw that one stream I was just talking about. And now some of these stores are taking out the self-checkouts because, these people aren't doing what they're being accused of. And I make sure I have that one app that you snap a picture of your receipt and you get points.
Yeah.
All of my receipts are stored into their server. I can go back and look up any day I was in any store and tell you exactly what I bought.
Did you hear about that? So there was a guy who built an AI and told it to help him make money. So in setting up his business parameters, the AI ran into a problem. It couldn't get past one of those the robot checks, where so it went on Fiverr and it found a person and told them that it needed to do that. And now the funny thing is, the person said, if they were like, are you AI or a robot or something? And it lied to him. It said no, that it was a disabled person and that it needed help and it would pay him to do that. So
that's gross.
It's amazing. It's crazy. There's
a wheeling robot that's in the grocery store up here. His name's Marty. And I swear he's a stalker because every time you turn around, he's like there.
Right.
He'll fixate on somebody. He's done it to me, and I've watched him do it to others. I don't know if it's the brand of shoes you're wearing or what it is, but he'll literally follow people around the store, and it's creepy.
Funny. Yeah, well, I mean, let's see. I think we play a little bit more. Like we talked a lot more than I thought we would, which is okay, But let's play. It ain't your fault. I mean, hell, I love to talk. I run a show. Let's put it this way. I run a show where I set up and on Sundays I give myself 4 freaking hours. 4 hours to do a task, one little task. And do I do it all the time? Not really. I mean, but today, to be fair, the Lisa police stuff came up, which is absolutely amazing. I mean, Lisa, again, as we told, so, hey, so do you feel comfortable in noting how we knew that Lisa did the police report?
Sure. I'm sure she knows about it by now.
So why don't you note that? Why don't you tell us how we all found out that Lisa had a police report in?
I was told when I called to report her for the cyber crimes that she committed against me. I called down and I filed reports on several people, but one of them was Lisa Lee to Sumpter County. And when I got the lieutenant on the phone, he told me that she had already called concerning a cyber stalking issue.
Yeah,
and I assumed it was me. but apparently it wasn't. So,
yeah, it's got to be Jeremy first before anybody, apparently.
Yeah.
You know?
So
I think it's interesting, though. She, the cop is like, oh, yeah, you know, I know who she is. She just called here for blah, blah, blah.
And the lieutenant did tell me that. And I told him straight up out of the gate, I said, look, I don't want the records department to have this file at any time while it's under investigation. They sent over after they took the report. I sent in my proof. Next thing I know, I get an email, intent to prosecute. So there's that.
Yep, that's an interesting one. We'll see. Again, I will put no faith into anything until I see
if it doesn't happen down there, Tug, it's going to happen here. Because in the state of Pennsylvania, it's over the internet. The internet is everywhere. And what she did, she should have dug a little deeper and found out exactly who she was calling a sex worker. Because I happen to be a survivor. And there's a certain statute here in Pennsylvania that if my name is drugged as a victim, and I hate using that card, but in this case I'm going to, as a victim, and you put that label on my name on the internet, which any creep within miles of my house will know, then that is a felony. And it doesn't matter if you're here, if you're in Florida, if you're in California, if you're in Hawaii, it doesn't matter.
Well, it's just another.
Charge you.
It's also another piece of documented proof that when confronted with the reality of something, they choose defamation over clarification. You know, I mean, it's interesting because they have done this time and again. Because again, if any of the people that watched their garbage actually cared about truth, they would admit they got it wrong. I mean, the records are simple to look up. You know, I joked about this with you, you know, when I was, you'd mentioned something about there was someone with that record, and I looked it up, you know, and it was like, man, this person is they've got one hell of a record. And, you know, we laughed about that. And because I told you, I was like, they're going to dig that record up, and they're going to, they're not going to do any work whatsoever. They will say that's you. 100%.
Yep, and what's funny is they pulled up my last name in the state of Florida, and in the state of Florida, that wasn't my last name. That's my married name. I met and married my husband up here. He's never lived in Florida. So her little spin about him being a CO down there, false.
They don't care what the proof is. Again, they don't.
Well, she's going to care because now she's looking at a felony. And yeah, it'll go state level first. She'll zoom in. You'll get convicted because I have the proof from your channel and Robbie's.
Well, it's funny. Like I said, they don't care to correct because they don't correct anything when they get something wrong. The level of just pure defamation, you know, from these people is astounding.
And you know what's even funnier is she turns up. She thinks that people can't get the transcripts, even though you turn them off. All I have to do is send a little form over to YouTube, and guess what I get?
Dude, I get them without YouTube's help, though. I mean, you know, I don't even need YouTube to give them the transcripts.
But
I get them all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you're great at getting that. I can't do that kind of stuff.
No, it's easy. Like, oh, okay. Anybody who wants them, first of all, if anybody wants them anyway, Mark would be more than happy to. He links them up every day, so he posts the transcript, which it just runs what she's saying through, you know, and looks at what it thinks she's saying. Now, granted, she is such a mush mouth that it sometimes is going to get a few things wrong. That happens off and on, but it does a pretty damn good job of getting the facts straight.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, she does sound so bad with AI. She has more issues in the transcript area than anybody I've ever seen. Honestly, I've I've gone in and ran transcripts on a bunch of other stuff. Like I'll do it to creators we all listen to. I do that to them because that way there's a section. The like Stacy with all that stuff that just came up with them. I ran their stuff through AI and it was, it had no problem. I don't think there was one word off. With my accent, sometimes I'll have a few words off, but it's not bad, it's not bad at all. But with her,
but I need, if Tammy J is listening, which I'm sure she is, she listens to all of them. You need to know that by sitting on that panel,
she hasn't been on that panel lately. Let's just say that.
No, well, she was when all this took place.
Yeah. Well, it's like this though. I'll go with her. Okay.
I'm not going to touch Tammy.
Yeah. No. But I want to add something there. Like, I don't know what's going on with her. I almost feel bad for her these days because these people are going to attack her now. Yeah. She was involved in some pretty awful stuff too. And hopefully when she looks at that, she's like, oh man, because these people have to, it's like Stacy was involved in a bunch of awful stuff too. And they have their wake up call when they turn on them, and that doesn't erase the awful that they did in any way, but I don't really give a fuck. I mean,
I don't either at this point. I really don't. Yeah. My point is, if you're going to lay with dogs, you're going to get fleas. And
you really do get fleas, don't you?
Yeah, and she had them people in the shed. She had fleas in the shed because I sent her a recipe on how to get rid of them naturally without chemicals.
I can't believe she denied that after saying that, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, she told me the dogs are outside during the day, went into the shed at nighttime, would sleep. She had fleas. She had lice. She had lice when Landon was there, if you remember.
Yeah, she blamed Landon for the lice. Actually.
Yeah, and now she's got these baby chicks. If they're inside that camper, you're going to have mites now.
I mean, they blamed, though. I remember them blaming, them for bringing fleas. Actually, I think I've got let me see. I'm pretty sure I posted that.
I think she blamed the girl's name.
Yeah. Well, she also blamed the Landon for being abusive. I mean, his name will forever be tied with her allegations. That's the craziest thing. Like and I don't know who I don't know him from Adam. The only thing I know is that she got him to attack a stranger, that they also were saying they wanted to get work. Here's the statements where she said that, excuse me, we have no lice ever or fleas, so she says that. But here with her own messages was, I'm having problems with the kids. Landon is very abusive to HG because he was so abusive. That right there, first of all, like, she says that about every person that she runs into. So Landon isn't the first that's been accused. And that's bad. But then she says that the shed is disgusting. The cars have fleas. The kids brought lice. Like, where first of all, where did that stuff come from? She's talking about like the kids and whatever. Like, how do they end up getting fleas and that's gross, man.
Yeah, I don't think the kids brought the lice. I think the lice were given to the kids when they got on that property. Because think about it, they flew down. Do you think people aren't going to notice bugs crawling in your hair, especially when you have black hair?
Right. I don't know. I mean, I found it all quite disturbing, the way that they the way that they put this together, because they talk about they talk about the lice. Okay, lice, yeah, kids lice, but fleas, Like, where exactly did that come from? She just has them pop up, and she's talking about the shed being disgusting and stuff. So is she blaming them and saying that they brought them in there?
Yeah, well, with me, with the fleas, just living in Florida for the 3 decades I did, you can't get rid of a sand flea. It's dang near impossible unless you light your lawn on fire. But
I just thought it was weird that she was blaming.
She's going to blame anybody, so she's not held accountable.
Yeah. So it's not her, of course.
And that's what's going on with CPS. She has CPS snowed to the point where, oh, this is just a social media. He's doing this for content, and these calls aren't real. They're for content,
You know, if anything ever happens with that, by the way, and they let it go, oh my God. You know, of course, they'll shirk the responsibility and try to blame it on someone else, but they're already responsible.
They are totally responsible. And when she's talking about, you know, when all this is dropped and over with, and I'm going to go after all these creators out there for emotional distress on my family.
God, I hope she does. I hope she does, because I really want to hit her with counterclaims after, especially with her lawyers knowing that she made contact and stuff. That would be such a false case.
And for
doing that.
Well, now with Lisa saying the same thing, Lynette was going to sue Lisa for emotional distress on Harley because of what she did to her with that Christmas.
That's what she told us. She wanted to put her in jail, and she wanted to sue her. So it's really funny when Lisa talks about this stuff, because she definitely was going to put, you know, she tried her best to put her away. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and like I said, for her to just go running back, I think something had to have changed hands, because there was so much hate and discontent.
Yeah.
But Lynette does not have friends. Michelle does not have friends. And unfortunately, neither does Harley.
It's just so bizarre. Like, she doesn't maintain any sort of friend whatsoever.
Well, I mean, there were days that we would laugh and giggle, like, you know, talking about everyday normal life.
Yeah, sure.
And those were enjoyable conversations.
Yeah, but okay, when I talked to her, I felt the manipulation. Like, it wasn't her trying to be genuine. She was trying to manipulate me.
Yeah, and that's where you guys came in for me, because I would call my sister and be like, well, this was just said. And she's like, no. Because it pulls at your heartstrings.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she claimed some pretty awful stuff. And I was like, okay, of course.
The turtles are going to die. Well, let me send you some feed. Where do you buy it?
Right.
And then it was like,
I can't.
And she said, John wasn't there when I suggested it. He was outside.
What do you think about the turtle thing with the food? Because that's very bizarre.
I think it was John. I think John, he didn't trust me.
No, but I mean,
I never gave a reason not to, but because I wasn't in it for.
I don't even mean that. I'm talking about, they talk about they're desperate. They need money. They need, food for the turtles and stuff. And you're like, okay, I'll give you food. I'll send you, I'll send you over. And they're like, nope, we need money.
It was, well, that was John more so than it was her. He told her, no, tell her don't get it from Tractor Supply. Just send it to us. Sorry.
That is just
that was weird.
But that's
it was like a hiccup that got stuck.
It's just, where she's talking about the turtles and stuff, though.
But she would never, and she would turn her camera on. We did video, okay?
Right.
And I asked her if I could see the turtles.
Yeah.
Well, because I wanted to see that they were alive. I was concerned because they had no food. If the humans don't have food, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm going to eat before my animals eat.
Sure.
And I wanted proof of life. And that's when I started to doubt that she had them anymore, because you're telling me you don't have the money and you're out of feed, and you have someone offering to buy you feed and you turn it down?
I've never heard anything of such. I think that's really bizarre.
I mean, at first it was like, oh my God, thank you. It's so kind of you. She sent me some voice clips. And then all of a sudden it was like, no. John says no. So it was bizarre.
But I mean, we don't need food. We needed food, but we don't need food anymore.
Yeah, and we're not talking about days. We're talking a matter of an hour, hour and a half, maybe.
Right.
Because I had called down to that Tractor Supply and asked them. I didn't want to do it online because, you know, I didn't want my card associated with that address.
Sure.
And I was going to go to my Tractor Supply, purchase it there, and her just pick it, like do an inter-store transfer.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I just think it's weird. I mean, you're talking about, you know, again, people who said that they need something. They're telling, they went after thousands of people online and were complaining because none of them donate to them, you know? So you would think.
I don't think she's ever going to see another donation. And that's just my opinion.
I would never give her or any of these people money ever. Anybody that is a sucker enough to give them money, I don't know what to tell them. You know?
No, I mean, I got duped. I will never. Nope. No. And I mean, all you have to do is, if you pull up her charity's name, it links you back to all of this. And it's never going. That's what I tried to tell her. This is not just, you know, your present. This is your future. This is Harvey's future.
The problem is that she will blame someone else for it and say that this future was caused by like a Jeremy Hales, or it's caused by other folks, but she takes no credit for it whatsoever.
She can't. And yes, no, it's her. She is accountable. Just take no. It's that sense of entitlement. And it seems like since the past 6 years, it's nothing but entitlement in this country. It's not up to me, and don't take this the wrong way, it's not up to me to pay your bills. You know, and it's not up to me to feed your children.
Well, it's definitely not up. It's not up to me to, when I watch them go out, weed eat, and do all this other stuff.
Exactly.
It makes me mad when I see that. I got a guy, there's a guy who comes out and he does all the lawn care in all the area throughout here. He does it because, you know, he was disabled, and it, you know, instead of trying to live on nothing, he found a way to live on, you know, something, to live on a lot more by doing that. And, you know, he talks about, like, he's turned it into a really good business for himself. And bravo to him, by the way. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say who. I would like to give him a shout out one day. Well, I'd love to give him a shout out, but I just don't want to bring him up in this, you know, because they'll use it to attack him. But
with her, she can work the flea market. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they can work the turtle. I mean, they can do all kinds of stuff.
How in the hell are they picking up a 200-pound tortoise when one's got blown knees and the other one's got a blown back?
Yeah. Well, how are they setting up turtle tanks and everything else too?
Yeah. I mean, it's fraud. It's out and out fraud.
It makes me mad because I know we're all getting played, you know?
Yeah, well, you know, it's a sick game, but hopefully there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
I'll believe it when I see it. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's hit some super chats, you know? Let's go through some. Let's see what's here. Yeah. So, okay. Max Lab, thank you for starting this out. Thank you. Actually, let me check my others first. 1 second. By the way, Brian, I checked that and I don't see any issue with it. You can see me over the link straight to you, but I did not see that. Okay, Brian, if you're still here, just a note. He'll know what I'm talking about. Also, let's see. I'm going to say AM. I see you there. Send over $5 through PayPal. There is not a statement attached, man, but that is definitely a statement. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your assistance there. Thank you for that. You know, also, again, where we're talking about AI, man, people continue to be vocal about that stuff for sure, you know, because there are a lot of creators that are still hit. Max Lab, thank you for your super chat there too. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. El Flockin' Lou, thank you for the membership there. Yeah, so you got 24 months, 2 years on this. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tux Thugs. I saw your 24 months there too. Thank you. 2 years. That's awesome. Appreciate you. Christine, thanks for the 5. Felisa says god awful things on her show. Then she cries because her garage is being shown. Public figure, man. Yeah, well, even beyond that, like when she's out here shouting these things about other people, you are allowed a response, and you are damn well allowed to find out who this person is that is coming after you. Yes. You know, she thinks that she's just allowed to go in with impunity and do anything that she wants. She can attack whoever she wants. And
you know, I didn't have a problem with her bringing out what I actually did, because I actually brought it out a week before her. Sure. I told everybody.
But you know what was really messed up in the way that she approached, like for you, again, you helped her out. You know, you helped these people. You actually, they don't like to admit it, but you know, you like many other people, you gave to them. You tried to help out, and because you believed what they were, you know, you believed that they were going to help out a kid. That's the thing, you believed in it. Yeah. You know, and a lot of people believed that. I watched a lot of people think they were going to help a child. And unfortunately, not only did the help not manifest, but I mean, just nothing moved forward. And it's so nasty and it's so ugly. But
and you know what? This stuff with them. Oh my Lanta. Trying to beat me over the head with the Bible verses. There is such a thing as a false prophecy, and that's exactly what they're doing.
I love how they talk about Bible verses. Of all people, they are going to get biblical with somebody.
Yeah, I have a problem with that. And like I said, false prophet, move on, take your shawl, put it over your head, because obviously, if you're going to say a prayer to our Lord and Savior and wish harm on someone, then you are not praying to Jesus. You're praying to Lucifer.
Well, there's a lot of verses out there that talk about hypocrisy and self-righteousness, you know?
I mean, I'll admit, if it comes out that I'm wrong about something that I have said, I think I've done it in the past. I've come back and said, I think I got that wrong.
Well, yeah, but I mean, okay, they're talking like most people think of, you know, he is without sin, cast the first stone, right? I mean, these people, they like to sit in judgment. Okay, well, there's many other verses that go that way too. You know, they talk about this. They like Romans, for example, none is righteous. You know, not one. John, you know, if we say we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. Think of that one. You know, Romans.
The commandment of false witness. Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Oh yeah. Well, Romans, though, it's like we're all who have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, you know, so we all are sinners, you know, so throwing that around. Or Hebrews, you know, talks about as Jesus was the only one without sin, and, you know, tempted as we are, but without sin. So it says, you know, hey, if you're gonna utilize Scripture, and there's more. I mean, that's just what I can think of off my head, but you know, the scripture, the point in that is to say, if you're going to utilize scripture as a bludgeon and pretend that you are better than other people, you know, and then I think you miss the point totally.
Yeah.
You know,
I know I am no better than anyone. And I can honestly say this, as much as I have a distaste in my mouth for these people and cannot stand to even let their names roll off of my tongue, I forgive them.
Oh, I'm much better than these people. I judge them all.
Yeah, I'm not judging them.
I am.
I forgive
Fuck
them.
You know why? Because I'm a flawed human being, and you know.
I mean, we're all flawed.
But see, they're talking about, look, with this stuff, you're talking about too things that were done in the past, right, with yourself. So what they're trying to do is judge you for past items that, again, you have paid for under man's law. You know, you fixed those problems,
Yes.
and that's that. Well, these people, though, we're talking about doing things actively. They're not getting their lives right. They don't care about that. So,
Well, can we just clarify one more thing on that?
what's that?
She keeps saying all of those checks, felonies. No. When you write a check in the state of Florida, if you don't pay it at the place where you wrote the check, it goes to the state's attorney's office, it gets assigned a number. There are no felonies, people. If you want to see my background check, I'll show you. I wouldn't have a concealed carry. I have one.
That's the kicker too, you know. Whoopsie. But, well, you know, crimes matter when we're not talking about people like Gabe, right?
Yeah, I mean, my little misdemeanor check that fed my children, yeah, they don't matter. Let me go find some elderly person after a hurricane and promise them I'm going to do some work and take the money and just never show up. Let me go do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, it's the...
But it's just a felony until he's on probation, you know, then it's going to go away. Bullshit.
Well, it's the same fucking thing that we're hearing about now, you know. Oh, somebody being taken advantage of. Oh, yeah. I really, you know, Michelle had a meltdown, by the way, the other day when Georgie popped up. She had a meltdown. They have totally tried to ignore that Michelle called her out again. She's back in their chat again. They're all pretending that it's all hunky-dory. But it shows you how fragile this little scam of theirs is. Because they don't like each other. They don't trust each other.
They have reason not to trust each other.
I mean, they're all terrible fucking people. So, you know.
I think they're related.
Let's see. Angela Quinn. What's up, Angela? I think you're fine there. Lots to catch up on. Had a bad turn after my stroke. Missed you all. It was my birthday on the 18th. Yes, you can have a birthday. So I love seeing you back, Angela. That's great. I am glad. I hope you are doing better. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this.
Happy birthday!
Heck yeah.
From both of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here.
Here's to
another year.
Heck yeah. I'm glad to see you, Angela. Love to you, my friend. It's great to see you doing better. Let's see, KT. I'm not sure how I'll go with the name. Thanks for the 17 months. I've seen some body cams that blur the interior of someone's house on a call, but they turn them completely off. Well, it really depends on the type of call, and it depends on what's going on. These people are, again, they're just calling in. She could also meet the police outside if she's so worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she could meet them on the porch and talk to them. I mean, that is one way to try to fix these issues.
You know, I have a problem if I'm talking to a police officer. Like when I went up to our station to give my report on this situation, I asked him to memorialize it on his body cam.
Right.
because I want to have that in case something happens.
I just think it's so amazing that these people, they contact Jeremy's kid. They do all this other stuff, but then they want to whine and complain because
what they did to Jason was horrific. Horrific.
I just, it's like this. Jeremy, they're worried about, like I said, one day Jeremy will get tired of, they did damage. He'll get tired of messing with them and he'll do his own thing.
Well, that's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about what's going to happen. Somebody's going to snap situation because we're all human.
Actually, what I'm worried about, when people don't give these people attention, what have they done? They've escalated.
Yep.
So what is an escalation? And I mean, their fixation on Hales, it's so out there sometimes that it's frightening.
It is.
It is frightening there.
When I was down there, and again, they can say whatever they want to say, but I actually asked them if I could get Kevin to buy them bulletproof vests if they would wear them.
I'm sure they might have some, to be honest, with all the.
Well, they probably do. But I mean, I worry about them a lot. I worry about Travis. I wish he would go live when he goes up to that tube town. Just go live. I mean, just in case, please.
I wish what he would do is pick up a camera that, if nothing else, it dumps live video where,
like a cloud.
Yeah, it always cloud backs up. That way, there is no way that what they do, and they understand this. See, it's not just about the backup. It's about them understanding there's a backup because they need to know that there's accountability. It's not just about accountability. It's about them knowing there's accountability.
Well, I mean, he can get them. We've got ours now. We didn't yet ever have to worry about that kind of thing until most recently, but we went ahead and hooked our D-Links. We've got D-Links and they're cloud-based 24/7. So if somebody comes around my house and gets on that camera, even though if it's like next week and I need to see something that happened today, like the Bears, for instance. Yeah, when I get off of here, I'm going to go on the camera and find out exactly when that happened.
Right.
But he needs to do that because my fear is somebody's going to become unhinged. The protection order is only a piece of paper.
That's actually very true. That is one thing I worry about because the protective order, what does it really mean?
To them, nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's the kicker. What is it supposed to mean? Oh, it's supposed to mean a lot. What does it actually mean to these people? Nothing. Did they ever talk about the protective order like that?
She said that she didn't give a shit about it.
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
She said they can't do anything. I'm not in their jurisdiction. They're not going to come down here and extradite me. And I'm like, it doesn't work like that, Michelle. You're crossing state lines. It becomes federal.
Rogue Pirate ass. Thanks for the 6 months, by the way. Said, I'm confused. Is it Megan's pre-birthday or yours? If I recall, it's Megan's. Make sure she gets it later. No, actually, it would be my pre-birthday, but giving it to me. Just give it all to me.
You're doing that you're away again, that bubbly, gurgly sound.
Well, it should fix in a minute. I think we got a weird connection today.
Yeah. Well, you're talking to me, so you know it's going to be weird.
I think we just have a bad connection today. I think it's we had bad storms yesterday, so it's probably.
Yeah, I had one of them as my brakes went out on the mountain.
Oh, that's fun.
No, it wasn't.
Let's see, Rick. Hey, Rick friend, thank you for the 19 months, my friend. That is awesome. Again, not a statement. 19 months is a huge, huge statement. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Hey, what's that?
Awesome.
Ooh, yeah. Let's see. Be done in a bit. My mom wrote me. She's like, hey, she's picking up eggs. She's like, you want some new eggs? You know? I'm like, yeah. God, I hate it every time now. Since the demonetization, right? YouTube keeps sending me things about, you know, how to monetize and stuff, and I hate it because they keep sending me letters, and I'm like, don't send me a fucking letter. It creeps me out every time I get one. Like something bad's happening. Oh, Suzanne, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you for that, Suzanne. By the way, much appreciated. It's good to see you too, Suzanne. Like I said, I always love Suzanne's avatar because most people don't have the. Well, they don't have the white contrast in the background. You notice almost everyone has a. So, Yee, what's up? Thanks for the 2 there. She has 3 active businesses on Sunbiz. Okay.
Thank you.
So look them up on Sunbiz then.
I definitely will.
Yep. So Emmy, thanks for the 10 there. HIPAA protects HIPAA protects patients' protected health information. Journalists are private citizens who share health information. They're found on social media, and the public are not bound by HIPAA. No, we are not at all. That binds insurance companies. It binds doctors, you know, et cetera, et cetera. They're handling your information. You're contracting with them. All these people, I saw them talking about HIPAA. It was like, you people are idiots, you know. I dealt with HIPAA. Well, I dealt with HIPAA. I used to deal with our ECR, our electronic care records. You know, I used to make sure that when people would come in, that thing was right. You know, as part of it. As a therapist, I knew how to use it anyway. But as I worked for a while, I went a little, let's just say, higher on the corporate ladder of the food chain. And one of the things that I learned about everything was, you know, you could help one person with therapy, or you might be able to help 30 people if you could figure out how to do something else there. So, you know, I learned more about ECRs and everything else, and I dealt with HIPAA. You know, I would deal with the state when they would come in, ask questions, all kinds of fun
always
stuff.
fun.
Yeah, but
Let me say hi, sis. Yeah, you're late. Lazy.
and thank you also for the 2 there. We need a Fleesa birthday grift count up to the 15th. Apparently her birthday's on the 16th. That is what it is. So we need to have dueling banjos. Let's do let's do some really wonderful stuff, you know.
Devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah. Indeed. I think that'll be fun. And Rogue Mama said, hey, the 16th. She said last night. All right. So that'll be fun too. Oh, happy birthday, Megan. There it is from the Flay. Oh, that's nice. I love it. Fallen Hero. What's up, my friend? I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you quite a bit. Like I said, people that are here all the time, they see, they count again. It's amazing, and it builds this thing, this community, whatever you want to call it. It builds up in it. It's beautiful. I came out wrong. Thanks for 11 months. My husband is LEO, yes, law enforcement. So he would never turn off his camera. No, he shouldn't. Yeah, multiple reasons. But officer safety, our safety and yours. Yes, indeed. Look, there's safety in yours. You know, by the way, here's the thing. You know, I like that we have people that that have law enforcement background and stuff here. You'll see I have some anger with law enforcement sometimes, and it's because I ran into like for example, I had law enforcement come for an issue where I was a victim. 2 of the police officers that came were amazing. One that came later was awful, and that one awful, you know, it just personified that. I've had good run-ins. Did I tell you all about how one of well, let's just say somebody tried to call in my vehicle for potential kidnapping? Did I tell you all about that?
You didn't tell me about that.
Oh yes. So they called in on one of the what do they call it? Non-recorded lines. You know, they called in. I don't know if they called. I don't know if they called like the mayor or who they called, you know what I mean? But I'm not sure where they went in. But they called in and they tried to get my car, like, because I got pulled over one day And, I talked about I had an issue with the police, but, I didn't talk about it then. So I got pulled over, and it was bizarre. It was bizarre because, for myself, they were asking about my registration and stuff. And, my registration was okay. But some of the questions, and that's okay. They can ask questions about whatever. But they asked multiple questions that involved the kid. And I thought, that's weird because I had the little one with me, but no muss, no fuss. So I went over, though I talked to the police officer, and, they didn't give me a ticket also for it. They said that something came up weird on the registration. But our registration place is like right down the road. So I was like, I'll go over there. They were like, oh no, it looks okay. I was like, no, I'm going to go over there and we'll find out, So I went over, there was no problem, blah, blah. And I took this down to the sheriff's office, and I found out, I talked to somebody there, and they said, yeah, it's because somebody had called in something where this person is a potential kidnapper. And it was like, you've got to fucking be kidding me.
These people are scum.
Again, they do this. These are the same people. They have proven to you time and again that they know how to work around anything like FOIA. I mean, they've made damn well sure. They brag about it. They brag about, oh, well, you can't FOIA me. You can't find my records. But yeah, I talked to Megan about that when that happened. I was like, what the fuck? And it was irritating to find out. It was irritating because I live in a small area. So luckily that didn't cause me a problem. But if you did that to somebody in a bigger place, again, they're going to get somebody killed one day.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, my husband said, we're in a small town. We're lucky. People know us.
And the law enforcement with that, they were actually very good. So I am, like I said, they were nice. They were good. So, no negatives toward them either.
Well, there's a bunch of cops up here. I mean, Kevin used to wear a badge. We can't stand them because the minute they pin that to their chest, they think yeah. Go ahead, do your super chat. You're going to get me on a rant.
No, I mean,
there's a lot of bad, and a lot of the cops that have these badges that are bad. Like
these people, that could have been handled terribly. And luckily, there was someone with a fucking half a brain that handled
You're
that
lucky
situation.
they didn't come, full arms out the window, gunpoint. I mean, that would have traumatized
They could
her.
have. Well, yeah. I mean,
Jeez, these people, they have no freaking brains.
Maybe
that's why they're obsessed.
Luckily, I have dealt with crazy people for a while now. One of the things I've learned is that everything that you cover, you get crazy pieces of shit that you deal with, And weirdly enough, they always play the victim. They always pretend that they're the ones dealing with horrible shit, even though, when you look at it, that's not the reality,
Just like that call you played today, or Shara played.
Yeah.
She was the victim in that call. No, Jeremy's not harassing her. She's she's flip-flopping everything, and God.
Well, it's what she's hoping. Again, it's a new gift. They're going to monetize, They're going to be like, oh no, and they're going to cry a little bit after it came out. She'd be like, hey, look at them, no. Even though,
I
again,
just hope when the arrest comes down, it comes down after 10 p.m. at night and it's live on YouTube.
Oh my God,
that was my request.
If there is one, that would be really funny. Again, I won't put any faith into anything until it happens.
Me neither, but I can always hope.
If it does happen, it will be funny. I mean, it amazes me. Again, if Levy County were any kind of place, they would have taken these people to task right away. Hey, what's up, Cynic? Thanks for the staple money. Yeah, if people miss that, Marla thinks that she's going to get, Marla and a bunch of these other idiots, they think they're going to get lawyer fees because of staples and other things that they had to pay for when they were pro se. No joke.
You know, they're celebrating.
They think that lawyer fees, that's lawyer fees. So isn't that amazing? Vita, thank you for the 8 months. So Lynette starts her report as Lynette, then halfway through she's Michelle. Yep. Isn't that interesting? She's a transformer. Suzanne also thanks for the 10 there. I think she's supposed to be saying coop. For getting chicken coop finished to put them in. Oh, maybe that was Mr. Coop. She's like,
no, that was that when she was on the dispatch call. I think she said we have to get the chicken coop.
I keep saying that she's got her little Mr. Coop. That's Marcy takes it. Happy Sunday. Hey, happy Sunday to you, and thank you for those 2 months there too. That's amazing. Thank you. Yes, there is such a thing as a 911 abuse, but they allow it to go way too far. So
not for long.
They do. They let it go crazy. Now, would it be interesting if they did something about it? Yes. If they do, I won't believe they'll do anything, though, until I see it. Because I have watched these people do some pretty horrible, shady shit, you know?
Well, the people that I'm talking to are in Tallahassee.
I watch them. You know, I see them doing weird, crazy shit. Is that what the hell's? What in the world is that?
What's going on?
I'm trying to do a redirect, but the redirect, that does not look like their channel. I've got to make sure that's their channel. Something doesn't look right. So I've got to make sure. Okay, I'm setting it up while I'm doing chat.
Can I answer Linda's question while you do that?
Second, let me check. Oh, yeah, you can talk, yeah.
Okay, I don't know who made the t-shirts, but I do know that they were sold on their website.
Yes, they had them on their website. Yeah, they still were there. We saw them over on their website. Yeah, it shows this. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this. Look at this. This is weird, okay? So when I set this up, I have to link to somebody, right? Now, look, there's what the hell's, right? This is them. But what is this?
What? I don't see that on my phone.
Can you not see that? I locked in on it. Yeah, see it right there, that little white thing.
That's weird.
Yeah, there's a stream that is, it's identified as what the hell. That is not their stream, though. The
you
stream
might want to send that to Jeremy.
Well, I'm wondering, because I mean, I could lock in on it. When I redirect, I have to redirect, I have to pick the stream, and I just picked it. But when I first saw that, I thought, what in the world? But yeah, I mean, that's a good question with the 911. There is, but oftentimes people get away with it. In Levy County, these people are definitely getting away with just a foul amount of it. I mean, when they're talking about this is a new chapter and blah, 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 it's and the police have encouraged it. I mean, you think about it. They've encouraged her by going with her to stuff. Shelly, thanks for 3 months. All the people who donated should be creditors. Well, actually, they can't be. That unfortunately, they can't be. It doesn't work that way. But honestly, what they should be is pissed off and going after Lisa for ripping her off. Actually, there's a bunch of them out there that have been vocal too. I feel really bad, like I said, for a lot of them. Even for David, as much of an asshole as he is, I still feel bad for him, because he's still, for whatever reason, even if he was doing it for his own reasons, he's still trying to give money to help out some little kid.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money. I mean, that's nothing. And my money's nothing compared to what that man did.
No, he put in a fortune, and I mean, like the rest of us too. Like, he put in a lot of money, and we, I think we could have gotten something done with it, but he just, I don't know. I don't understand him at all, to be honest. I don't understand his motivations and stuff, but whatever his motivations are, they're his too.
Rock on, David. Rock on.
I don't owe him. he doesn't owe a damn thing to anybody that with that. But I would think if somebody scammed me, I would want them to pay.
Yeah, me too.
You know? But then again, you have to admit that you. I sometimes wonder with not just him, but with other people. I wonder if they have a problem admitting publicly that they got taken. You know,
Probably, because it is rather embarrassing when you learn that you sat on a train with garbage.
It's very embarrassing when you think about the fact that it becomes part of the public record as far as, you know, as far as police reports and stuff. Like us, we know the context and stuff, but with this other stuff, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's all going to get mashed together in the end.
It just amazes me, though. Like I said, if he would have done something, we did ask him to, for sure.
Well, I know I sent him several emails, and I finally said, look, I'm begging here. We need to get her the money. And nothing. He could have at least, you know, if he didn't want to be bothered, tell me to stop, like he did with your cease and desist.
But you know what's amazing about this, too? You know, that, okay, you're talking about Michelle. You notice she didn't do that on her own. She asked other people. She would, again, she's lazy. She wanted other people to do all the work for her.
She asked me to find her an attorney in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Just all craziness, you know. But Bonnie, thanks for the 5 there, too. Bug, you scared me. Yeah, she scared me, too. She got me pretty good with that one. She's funny, though. She's hiding out now, doing her own thing.
With her big TV.
You know,
she's so cute.
She's hiding out there.
Well, yeah, I want to. I shut her. Oh, I'm jealous.
Yep. Oh, look, Rhea Rye's back. What's up, Rhea Royal? You know, how you doing there? By the way, I want to give you another happy birthday. You know what? Rhea Rye needs another happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday! From both of us to you.
Happy birthday, even though I'm not James Maccabee.
May all your dreams come true.
I love you.
Happy birthday.
We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
I like Rhea Ryan. You know, she's one of those naming jokes. And, and she was a very good sport about it. Some people get, you know, some people get really mad about the naming thing. And I'm like, I could butcher anybody's name. Sorry. I butchered a lady's with 3 letters in her name. So, okay. I mean, really, come on. But she said also, just got back from London, had the best time with McBoy. I told everyone in the auditorium, that's cool. He told everyone to wish you a happy birthday, came off stage, gave 2 big hugs. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I love his movies. He seems like he would be a fun person.
Yeah.
I think he does. He seems like he would be a lot of fun. Like he just seems like you know, when you see some people act and you're like, hey, he's not really acting. That's just kind of, you know, a personality showing.
Mm-hmm.
He feels like that. So
kind of like YouTube.
Yeah, well, YouTube. Well, we don't have to pretend to be another. Well, some people do, I guess. Some people do pretend to be others. Like for myself, I don't.
No, you're
I used to be pretty like cut and dry. I would just try to deliver stuff, and I found out, you know, part of it is, for better or worse, people will either love you or hate you for who you are, but it needs to come through. You know?
And this community needs, I mean, we've got a lot of sarcastic people in this community. And you have to have humor.
It is sad. Like with this new YouTube purge, it has hit a few people. I don't want to say some of them, but it did hit a few people hard and caused them some problems. A few of them have been. I hate that. I absolutely do. I am doing everything I can to make noise.
Well, I could always start a Twitter train.
Well, the reason when you look like on Twitter, when I'm being very vocal about it, like with, bigger accounts. If a bigger account gets hit and they get it back, they become vocal about doing it for everyone else, So you want those people. You also want people to understand this isn't just some garbage that's happening with, like people they've never heard of. It's happening with all types of people. So, like,
a lot of people, this is a job.
I don't know if everybody knows who that is. Aiden is, but Aiden's a really like a hardcore YouTuber. She does like hard work. She puts in. She makes me feel lazy. Like she puts in all this work and stuff. Like me, I just get on here and. I'll research, but I do all this stuff live too, going through. But she'll put in like tons of work, and they hit her. And I mean, like I said, she puts in more groundwork
I
than
wonder
anyone
if
I've
this is
ever
why
met.
my law tubers that I normally watch aren't there. I mean, they're just not there.
Some people, maybe some people also, over time they find that this ain't the thing for them. I mean, with some, like I live in the South, for me, making a living is a lot cheaper than some of these people who live in cities too. Some of them, what they consider, like what I make here, I'm like, heck yeah. What some of them make is like, yeah. Cindy, though, thank you for the 2 there, just because. I was watching the time. I was like, well, I don't have that many left, but I better pay attention. Pickle Tank, thanks for the 5. May 15th, 1982 was the day I got married. March 2nd, 1987 was the day I got divorced. These dates just don't mean much to me. Well, you know what? Rephrase like May 15th now. That's my birthday. So, make it you can make it mean something again. If you want to, you can give it a new edition. I understand that too. I get it. When somebody makes a day feel awful, I very much understand that. There are specific days for specific folks. I do. I get it. Just with stupid, with all kinds of crazy. I'm looking into the day, by the way, that I started up everything, because I thought it was 2017, but it may have been 2016 when I fired everything up. Go and make sure. It'll be interesting. This may be my 10-year anniversary.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'll find out. Anthony, thank you for the 5 thing. The thing is, she needs something. People send them money, and she got something different like scooters. Yes, that is indeed true too. She would pop up with a dog or a bike or all this other stuff, and that is a giant middle finger to people. She's like, I can't feed myself. Again, what's bad about that too is, okay, for myself, I do my damnedest not to spend just, not frugal. I'm decently frugal about my stuff because I appreciate what people do. I don't go crazy spending. You notice, like, if I spent something, I'm like, well, I'm going to buy this. It's usually like a book or something, it's not anything crazy. But some of these people, man,
I don't know how they do it. I can't do it.
Well, they brag about spending on like you know what I mean? It's stuff that it's offensive to. Again, people are like, hey, here's some money for food, and they're like, well, thank you for the money for food. I'm going to spend it on a scooter.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
And I get that. I mean, if it were me, I would lose my damn mind about it. Just to be honest, I'd have been pissed off and beyond.
Yep.
And I think a lot of well, and a lot of those donors, you see people that they are still. Some of these people are awful. They're suckers. You can tell their numbers have gone down because they've been talking about like Fed 2, for example. Look what we did with Fed 2. Well, they didn't gain anything out of it.
It's not a win. That's what I don't understand.
It's not a win for Michelle.
No, it's not.
Michelle got screwed in this stuff.
It's actually not a win for them either. If
Well,
he
they
chose it
have
not to be.
Well, they certainly didn't. They certainly didn't do anything for Michelle. Again, this thing was supposed to be about Michelle.
They hurt her.
Well, no, they abandoned her. That's the problem. And screw her. Honestly, I mean, I don't care about her in the least. You know, she's awful. But they're supposed to care about her, and they talked her into doing the worst things possible. They ruined her life. She's now sitting around wondering if she's going to lose her property and lose everything she owns.
Well, they wouldn't let her out of the bankruptcy, so my guess is, yeah, you're not.
Well, they want to call that a win. Okay, if she manages to retain what she has, they would consider that a win. Isn't that setting the bar very low? You know?
Too low.
I mean, that's pretty awful.
At that point, you might as well just dig a hole.
Exactly. Wheat toast. What's up? Wheat toast, West Coast, baby. Appreciate you, Wheat toast. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Sassy, thanks for the 5. I wrote 3 checks. They total $27.27. Ended up paying over $3,000 to keep it off my record when I was 18 and pregnant because my ex-wife, my account. Yeah, shit happens. Indeed. You know, I mean, anything. I had so there's an acre behind me that was supposed to be added to my house, okay, when we bought it, and there was a screw up in the documentation for it, so it took me 4 years to get that fixed. And you know, before I noticed it, there was no tax paid on this stuff because it had been separated from my home, you know, an accident. So when I found out about it, I cleared the tax, of course, you know, for that. It was like $50, and in fees and penalties, I paid $400 or $500. So that happens. I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah,
And
all those checks and all those fees, I was not happy to pay the fees, but I wrote the checks and I did what I needed to do.
Monsters. You know what? I've been watching a lot more Pokemon content. I don't know what it is about Pokemon content. I've never played. I don't know anything about Pokemon, but I find that stuff just interesting. Now I've played games, like I played Pokemon Snap and stuff, but you know, it just wasn't part of my upbringing, I suppose. But man, I find some of that interesting. But thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership, and welcome to Thugs. I appreciate you there, by the way. So let me see. Is anybody? I think I got everybody. All right. We have a few minutes to spare. Go over, check out Mr. Hales and Mr. Hales, George. They're going to be doing their thing in a few minutes, actually. So we've cut it pretty close there. So I'm going to end here because I got to get them, you know, transferred over. I appreciate you folks. Thank you for coming on too, Tina. And
thank you for having me. Bye, guys.